Nope, I don't got it. Nope, I had it. Now I got it.
You got echo.
Oh,
though.
but there's an echo.
Try the chat.
Okay, hold on.
Shut up too.
I think what's going on, we're trying to figure this out on the fly. Audio monitor. There we go. I don't know if there's an echo.
There's a slight echo.
There is an echo. It's going to be weird. Maybe it won't be too weird. So you guys, 1 second. We got all excited. Are you listening to on your phone?
I am.
Does it sound like an echo? Does it sound like an echo?
Is it possible the phone is
Should I go
causing
over
the
there?
echo?
No. Technical difficulties. What, Lele?
Do you want me to go over there and try to help?
Let's see if this doesn't fuck us up. Let's see what happens. Hopefully you guys can hear all this.
Oh,
Okay, let's go
Thanks.
here. 1 second, guys. Let's figure out why. I think they can hear the echo too.
Yeah, she put echo.
Yeah, let's see here for the input and output. Let's do this stereo. Give me 1 second, folks. This does happen time to time. Lately, it seems like it's been happening a lot. Pro 2 stereo. Let's go here. Output. Audio monitor. Give me 1 second, guys. Let's see if this fixed it. Nope. Still there. Ecam live. Okay, let's go into preferences, settings. Give me 1 second, folks. You guys are here listening to us echoing. It sounds like a party, and that's not what we're looking for here. So 1 second.
She said it's better now.
Who said it's better now?
Kim.
Audio. Okay. It's still there, though. Map, the mute system, audio, mute, movie, map input. Sorry. 1 second, guys. Map input channels. Okay. I think this is as good as it's going to be.
It's back. She said it was back.
The echo's back?
Yeah.
Jeez. This sucks. If that it'll really ruin the whole stream. Okay, so all 13 of you watching at the moment, bear with us. We're actually going to go intermission, see if we can figure out the echo. So don't go anywhere. Hopefully we don't have to restart the stream. If we do, we will tell you.
Jumped in the car.
You're
I'll be here all night.
You're absolutely right, but the problem is now it's back. Yeah, it's
Jumped in
back.
the car and fucking left.
Maybe it's Sheldon.
Hold on 1 second, Riley. 1 second, folks. We're gonna figure this out. Don't go anywhere. this right here. Check. Mic check. Okay, so we make everybody wait.
Another one. It's in Reno. They're
Will you
shipping
turn
it
down
out
those
next
first
week.
two, Shelly? The first two?
I usually
First
drive
two?
a truck.
Go ahead, all the way down. So it sounds like we have a really bad echo going on. Let me see here. Sound effects, movie, mute, system audio, mute. I'm trying to figure out the audio, guys. Sorry about this stream. Always giving me problems. So you guys just hang tight and give me a minute. Don't go anywhere. This is going to be a good one. Mic check. Mic check. Don't break anything, but if you do, make sure you use the brass knuckles.
I mean, I feel like that's an order.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to cue that up.
Okay.
If it goes, I mean, if you go.
I mean, everything's working now. If you guys want to know whose hand that was, stay tuned. So I don't really understand. I don't understand why there's more people watching now than there was when we started the stream. But more people are watching our fuck up. So the audio was jacked up, guys. There's always settings that we have to fuck with, but let's neither here nor there. Oh, so we got a full house. This is episode 78. Let's restart this whole thing over again. It's going to look like a mess if you're watching this at a later date, so I apologize. But for those of you that are tuned in and watching us at this very moment, thank you for being here. Get in the comments section. Get spicy. You know what to do. And I have to hand it to my girl. Although there's a little bit of a delay, but we're going to figure that out later. It's actually super tolerable, and I'm going to hand it to my girl because my girl right here in the house. You guys know who this is. You want to say what's up?
What's up? It's
There you
me,
go.
Lele. I did it again.
Yeah, she fucking handles it, man. She is a tech queen, and I am a tech what? I don't know.
I do what I can.
You do. Buy yourself something, Twitty.
I shall.
Okay.
We'll call you the tech, and then there's those of us that are tech tards.
Tech tard. You're the tech tard, and I'm the tech guy, and she's the tech queen. This is great. Also, we got Barton in the house. You guys see him on the right, or maybe even left side of your screen, depending on how your eyes work. And then, of course, we have a few other folks in the house that are hiding. If you guys want to put your hands forward, at least someone can see that you're real in there. So what's up, folks? And of course, yours truly always, Jones, Big Daddy, a.k.a. the man. Thanks for joining me, Jones.
Always.
Thanks for joining me, Lele.
Of course.
Barton, everybody else, thank you guys for being here. And thank you for the drinks. How good. Okay. So here's what we're going to do tonight. We're just going to have fun. We're going to answer questions. You guys are going to get spicy in the comments like you usually do. You know what to do. We're going to play our sound effects because And thanks for sticking through all the technical difficulties. Looks like we got Rochelle, Kim, Brody, Dambria, a bunch of people on here. Typically, we talk about really interesting things like solving world's problems, tattoos, how to get appointments. The answer is always the same in case you guys wanted to know. So if you want a tattoo appointment, that's how you do it. Okay. We got Rochelle. Rochelle, what's up? Thanks for being in here. She's saying back at you, ladies. Let's see here. Kimmy is saying, is everyone ready for the fall feast? The fall feast. She must mean Thanksgiving. Isn't Thanksgiving in like 4 hours?
Yeah.
I got 10 people in the room and I got one delayed. Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
It is.
I can't count, so.
It's totally cool, Lele. I'm down.
I was trying to do math.
3.5.
Math is not easy.
334.
Tech-tard to math-tard real fast.
We do what we can. This is kind of cool to be on this side of the camera and seeing you guys over there.
Yeah, it feels weird.
It does feel weird. Like you guys should have dressed like me.
I know.
And then I should have dressed like you.
I could have.
It's not possible.
I could have.
Yeah, it is kind of hard to grow a couple inches. Okay, let's see here. Dambria, thanks for being on here. If you guys have any questions, they're talking about food, so I can't go over all that. But if you guys have any questions, you have any comments, then jump in the comment section. That's what we do. Natalie Keats is on here. Thanks, Natalie Keats, for being here. And, of course, as always, thanks for the flags. And, yeah, what's up, guys? Heavy FND. I don't know who this is, but he says waiting for Shelly.
My boy.
My boy, Blue.
Heavy F&D.
There we go. Dambria says, I love the matching hats. Okay. They're not matching.
You guys look so cute together.
Do we?
Yeah.
Do we look like Tweedledee and Tweedledee?
No, you look like gay
Tweedledeeter?
lovers.
Tweedledees? We look like lovers?
Gay lovers, yeah.
We look like gay lovers?
Mhm.
Whoa.
You like that, Layla?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
My favorite.
I cuddle.
I'm here for it every day.
Whoa. Okay. This is getting real weird. All right, let's catch up to the
Just
comments
got
and some super.
real.
It's got real. Okay, Ryan says, I'll be working. He's saying that, I'm sure, for. Oh, she's saying no sound effects are coming through?
Oh,
That was
they are
better.
not.
You didn't hear that?
No, I heard it, but it's not coming up.
Okay,
on
let's
the
do this.
thing.
Wait. That's weird. Let's see sound effects. That's really weird. How do I get them on there?
I don't know. It's gonna be the same thing
Dude,
again.
nobody
where
knows.
Push the button.
At this
Push
point.
the button.
no sound effect. We'll have to do
Our own?
Yeah.
I would
Dude, but I
recommend-
Press
love-
one and then we'll all do it right after.
But I love my sound effects.
Hold your mouth different and try it again.
Barton, I really don't actually think that that's how it works.
Well, just humor me.
Okay. Here, try it. Go ahead.
He's good at it. He's good at it.
He knows. Okay. So let's see here. No sound effects, but that
Tear
kind
it
of
up,
sucks.
Tear it up.
Come on,
Tear
stuff.
it up. Say it.
No, I'm trying to find the sound effects interface. You know what we
Well,
need
they
is
can
we
hear
need
you.
somebody totally on the side, just dealing with all the stuff named Lele, because she's really good at it.
I'll go sit over there with you guys.
It's just weird that it's not all coming on
I'll be
because
the adopted child.
weird that it's not all coming on
I'll be
because
the adopted child.
okay.
I got
There
two
we go.
dads.
I'm not against it.
Heard that show? My two dads.
I wonder
Do
if
you
I
want my
should
help?
try the Black Magic Design click tool real quick and just fuck this whole thing up.
Hey, I mean, are we back? We're back.
Now we're back. Okay, now it works. But no sound effects. What the heck? This is so ridiculous. You know what? We do have a couple sound effects,
You're just
and
gonna have to do without.
you fucking hate this stream. Just fucking pisses me.
They can't hear that. Just us.
Yeah, they can hear that. That's coming in loud and hot.
Mike can make fart noises.
Oh shit, Mike totally can. Okay, we don't need the sound effects tonight. Although I love my sound effects.
Come
What's a
on,
show
Mikey.
without it? Okay, let's get into it. We got questions. You guys submit questions, and that's usually what the show is actually about. So let's just get into it. Let's not bring up my photos. There we go. Today is a spicy day. Today was a very spicy day.
You know,
Okay, here we go.
password protect that shit.
This is actually a pretty good question, and I would love, now that we got a full house, I would love to hear other people's input on this, considering I think everybody in here has been tattooed by me. Wait,
briefly.
this is weird. Why am I thinking? Wait, oh, duh, of course. 10 years ago. Okay, everybody's been tattooed by me. So this is the first question coming from Facebook. This is from Mikey Loney. Throwing him under the bus. Mikey, I love you, but you deserve it. So he's saying, I'm getting a tattoo Friday. What's the best way to ask for a change in the drawing? Is it okay to ask or is it rude?
Siri's coming in loud and clear.
Good job, Siri.
Yeah. So Lele,
Me.
what do you think? If somebody came to you and said, do you think it's rude to make a change to the drawing or to the art that they made or something?
Like they did a custom design for you? And no, it's
Maybe not.
permanent.
What if they made something for you and you went in and said, and you just didn't like something about it? What's the best way to go about letting them know?
I would just say like, hey, this is going on my body, and I don't want it on my body. I mean, it's your.
Listen,
It's yours.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know?
This is going on my body and I don't want it on my body. You know what? Put it on your fucking. This is how I would tell the tattoo artist. You put it on your fucking body.
Let's
and if
see
you
how
like it, see how you like it. Okay, that's the final answer. What do you think, Barton?
I didn't even know we had options.
Oh, shit.
When did that happen? This is what you're getting. You're gonna like it.
Well, you can say no.
I guess if you're fucking with me. Wait, am I the only one who's tattooed you?
Yeah.
Man, we have a relationship.
Oh, it got
Dedication.
weird.
Yeah, this is getting serious.
It got really weird.
I didn't really realize that we have this thing going on.
You've spent hours all over my body.
All
Oh my
over.
God.
But not in places that people can see.
None
so,
of it.
So at least it's very concealable.
That's why I always get weird looks when I come in your shop. They're like, "What the fuck are you doing? You want a tattoo, like a little heart on your wrist or
Yeah,
something?"
they look
Sure.
at you and like, what? And then you take a shirt off and
Oh shit.
then it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what'd be really cool is if you right now take a shirt off so that we could all see what you got going on because it's pretty
We
rad.
have
Don't put
another
'em on the
drink.
spot.
Okay, we'll get you another drink. We'll get you another drink. Yep.
Do it.
What do you think, Lele? Is that gonna be okay?
If he consents.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, we can consent now?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was an option.
You can consent to take your clothes off, but not for the tattoo.
Oh, son of a-
Just
well,
to be clear.
It's all coming off.
yeah. I feel like the tattoo shop's name should just be Topless. Like that's the name because everybody always takes their shirt off. Okay, so do we think it's rude to make a change? Sheldon, what do you think?
I'd say maybe once.
Like one change?
Once. I mean, yeah, but if you don't like it, I mean, you're just wasting their time.
Right.
Unless you're paying for it, I guess. You
I
know?
mean, you're paying for it for sure. But so like the changes, you mean? Like
yeah.
if you're paying for the changes.
Yeah. But I'm sure as an artist, it gets annoying.
I don't know. What?
I mean,
Well-
like multiple times, you know what I mean? Like, oh, can you add? Or
Oh,
can
you know
do
what?
this?" Or-
Okay, let me. I'll add
That's
something to
annoying.
this. I'm glad you said it that
Especially
way.
after you make
Josh,
a
do
template
you
already.
like serious on that note though? Do you pay or do you charge somebody to do like a full design? Like
Yeah.
if I came in and I said, "Hey, I want you to do X. I'll pay you for 4 hours. Do the design work."
Yes. Yeah. So the way I usually do that is I'll just tell them like my artwork fees aren't the same, obviously, as my tattoo hours. So I still got to get paid for my time, but doing art, I'll charge you. But the thing is, with me and my custom work, and I've been doing it for so long, we really don't have to go down that route. Because I do a lot of photorealism and portraiture. So I'm trying to do like the picture of your dog or your grandma, and no correlation why in that order, but your grandma
they
and your
been up
dog. I don't know. But I'm usually doing work like that. But if you're a custom artist, like if you're a tattoo artist who does traditional and, well, like we did with your chest piece, which you might get drunk enough to show us here soon. In regards to that, I didn't need to necessarily come up with a finished image. I had a lot of images to use as references. And so therefore I don't have to change a whole lot. You actually really just have to trust me. That's
Yeah,
how I roll.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Well, it's just the reason I was asking is if somebody wanted to make a change, then it's just okay. I'm going to pay you for another 2 hours of your design time, right?
Exactly.
Unless you're down to crunch time and you've got an 8-hour appointment, then sit down and you're going to get poked a little bit.
Has anybody ever told you how to voice for radio?
Yeah, you got a sexy fucking voice, Justin.
Just rolls out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's told you that,
It's all
but
raspy.
No.
here, wait, try it. Well, just say something.
Something.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I do that all the time.
Oh
The
my
most
God.
interesting man.
The most interesting man in the world. So yeah, no, that's my opinion is if you have to know the artist you're working with. If it's somebody who's designed something already and you want to make changes, you got to let them know ahead of time. I mean, I guess there's kind of a lot of ways to look at it because it depends on the artist. But for me, what really gets me, it's the only thing that tans my hide, is when people come to me and they say, look, I made this drawing I don't need to do exactly this, but I want you to do your own spin on it. And so I do. And then eventually they make a change and another change. And 4 hours later, they're right back to the drawing they gave me. I'm like, why didn't you just tell me that's what you wanted then?
Well,
And a lot of times, by the way, it's not a good drawing. Actually, it's very, like, I probably twice in my life, somebody's brought me a drawing that I actually thought was worth doing. Lele might be one of them.
That's what you said.
Right.
Because I didn't want any changes. I walked in with it and I said, this is what I want.
Yeah. And it worked.
Yeah.
Worked out really well.
to your credit, you made changes to what I wanted to tattoo that were way better than what I would have ended up with if I would have just
Right. Well, and that's
done what I wanted.
That's
So
the
in
job.
that regard, I had to trust what you were saying.
A lot of people don't realize that it's better though. They think that
Yeah,
this
they
is
don't.
ju-
But because it's not always, it's not always better. It's not always better
Well-
just to let your artist do that. So,
yeah,
so
not
just
always.
come to us, guys.
Well, if you,
That's your answer.
but you need to go to somebody you trust. I think that's the end of this. You know,
Yeah, you do. You have to
that's
go
the
to somebody
end all
you
be all.
trust. And art is hard because it's, in a lot of ways, yes, very subjective. Quality tattoos aren't subjective. If it's a shit quality of tattoo, we could tell. But if the art is subjective, then that itself is what you're making changes to. So it's a lot of ways to answer this other than work with the artist, talk with them, be honest, be open. There's nothing worse than bashing an artist because he didn't do what you told him to do. Or, I'm sorry, he didn't do what you didn't tell him to do. Like, people can't make, we're not magicians. Well, some of us are, but most of them are. So only come to me. All right, let's get to the next question. It's also coming from Mikey. Mikey, you are on it. Lay off the crack pipe. I do actually have to screen his messages time to time. So let's just read that. Oh, cat food out of your belly button. See? Yep, not reading that.
Whoa.
Okay.
You just did.
Yeah, that's not the whole thing. So the next question is coming from somebody a little more appropriate.
Well, now I want to know.
I'll read. I'll show you. Okay, I'll just read it.
That's
You want me to
for
read it?
later.
I'm not, we can go down this rabbit hole. Have you ever fed a cat food out of your belly button? Because you don't have the teats to feed him properly.
Mike, we love you, but
That's weird.
like therapy,
Yeah, I would say get some help.
They got rough tongues.
psychiatrist.
What were you doing with the peanut butter?
Where'd all the peanut butter go?
I'm out.
I'm out.
Did Sheldon visit again?
He gets them at Costco at the family pack.
2-pack.
Fuck. Crunchy or creamy?
Always creamy.
All right, let's go to the next question. That's why I don't go down to the rabbit hole of Mikey's questions. I love you, Mikey, but whatever. Next one's, do you have any phobias? We're going to start with Lele.
Like the clusters of holes close together.
Yeah.
Trypophobia or
The
something.
place we all come from?
No, not like that. Like more, like a lot of holes close together. That like a lot.
Wait, are you talking about like surfaces?
No, I'll show you.
Lily,
But
I
it's
am
like
really-
trypophobia or something like
Oh,
that.
it's an actual phobia.
Yeah. It's an actual thing.
You have a phobia of that phobia?
No, that's the phobia. And most
A phobia of
bugs.
phobias.
Most bugs.
Most bugs.
Okay, that makes sense. I dig that.
Oh, and watching like my blood get drawn.
Yeah, that's kind of
And
scary.
piercings.
Wait, so keep going.
On everything.
When I wake up and I open my eyes, phobias are everywhere.
I just start crying.
That's funny.
I wake up
Mike asked,
shaking.
do you have the length and girth lens working? I don't know what. I get lost.
Yeah, we do.
I get lost. Complimenting, changing both. Okay, here we go. Let's just go to the next person. Justin, let's give us some insight on what you think about phobias. Do you have any phobias you want to let people know about?
No, I don't have any phobias. Just a lot of dislikes.
Yeah. You must have been in the military. Were you ever military? Because that's a
No.
military answer.
You get two options in my family. It's military or construction.
Mm.
Neither one of us care about your phobias.
So you went to prison. Military or construction, but we
Yeah.
know
So
you're right.
we see him topless.
So no phobias, none whatsoever. What about pet peeves? Can we go there?
I hate stupid people. I just do. And today was like case in point. You drive on the freeway. Today's just the day of stupid people driving around.
Okay.
And
I get it.
It's not a phobia. One of the things that I always freak out about when I'm fishing is getting hooks stuck in my hand.
Oh,
Because it hurts like hell to pull them out.
yeah. Jesus, this guy. He's like a sound bite. I hate when hooks get stuck in my hand because
He's
it
the
hurts
sound
like hell when
effects.
you pull them out.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm totally with you on that one. Wait, since you guys are off camera, maybe you could chime in, but we'll relay the message. Audra, do you have
Like
any
appointment,
phobias?
Mike.
Broken glass? I'm sorry, what? Really? Broken glass.
That's fair.
That is that's more fair than your surface with
Okay,
holes.
I'm gonna look up a picture and I'm gonna show you,
Your surface of
Yeah,
holes.
and you're gonna be afraid. You're gonna, you're going to
You're
start
gonna be more
shaking.
afraid of
You're
that
gonna
than
start
broken glass.
crying. So I mean,
So if you could pick one to be surrounded by, broken glass or holes,
oh man,
slice it open,
Gla-
slice and dice them.
glass. But I just like never move again.
Hold
Like,
me.
Just never
Just
hold
die
me.
right
I could
there.
just stay there.
yeah.
You just stay in place. Okay.
So if you watch Die Hard, like when he has the broken glass, that just freak you out?
Oh, when he's barefoot.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Dude.
Because it's almost
ew.
Christmas, and that's a Christmas movie.
That is a Christmas movie, regardless of what anybody thinks.
Bruce Willis said it wasn't.
I don't care what Bruce Willis said. He can't even. Never mind. That
Who
would've
was
been-
Bruce Willis? Like he
That-
was in that movie in good 20 years.
I was gonna
ago.
go there.
No
I'm
one's
not
done
gonna
anything.
The actor.
That would have been mean. No, look, hold on. Before you show that to me, Lele, I appreciate you. 1 second.
Yeah,
The,
that was
It is
disturbing.
100% a Christmas movie.
I agree.
It's and so is Dumb and Dumber.
I
Are
would,
you ready?
oh, maybe.
I mean, we could debate it all day long, but his name's Lloyd
Lloyd
fucking Christmas.
Christmas.
He's going out with a girl named Mary. The whole thing happens during Christmas time. They steal money and buy gifts and presents and Lamborghinis. It's a Christmas movie. There's Christmas sweaters everywhere. They're damn near eating, fucking drinking eggnog.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Okay. I get
Accurate.
really.
You're
What the?
accurate there.
I told you.
What are you? Oh,
Okay.
Show
That-
it. Show them.
no.
That's disgusting.
that's not real.
Show them. I don't care. It's a thing.
What
But
is
there's
that?
some plants that look like
That's
that.
a thing.
Why would you show me that? That is disturbing as fuck.
See? You're gonna cry.
Is that like
Are you
herpes
gonna
on a
cry
hand?
too?
I would rather be surrounded by broken fucking glass.
Show the camera.
It's like
You know what I can
honeycomb.
do? Airdrop. Oh, no, don't
No,
airdrop.
no.
I don't even want to look at that. I don't want to show them this.
Yeah, you don't want.
I can't show them that.
Just look it up.
Just look it up. Just ruin your life.
You'll lose.
Lele, sit
you're
down.
gonna lose some viewers.
Google the following.
Okay. The holes is a phobia.
Go sit down.
See, I told you.
That
It's
is
real.
that's
It's valid.
incredibly disruptive.
Uh huh.
A bunch
When
of
you said holes, I thought you meant like you know
No.
those mats you clean your like shoes off when you go inside and they have holes in them.
I mean, if I look at it too long, maybe.
That what you just showed me made me like it changed my whole perspective
yeah,
on shit.
There you go.
I don't feel good.
So now you've got a phobia.
Can you show it to Justin?
Yeah.
Can you show it to
I
Justin
can.
without showing it to the camera?
I'm
Just,
not gonna look at it. I'm gonna.
he's
Yeah.
probably not even going to trip out because the
Yeah.
guy doesn't
He
have
has no
phobias.
phobias.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that like a real thing?
I don't. No. It's like edited, but.
It's edited.
But there's, like,
warts on his hand. This is
there's,
what,
like,
why is that
plants
freaking
that-
you out?
bro, that's disturbing.
Oh God.
Why?
I don't know, but I don't like it.
Here's the one.
All
that-
right.
Oh.
It seems like it would have an interesting texture.
Yeah, especially late at night when you're lonely.
I don't know.
Oh, rib for his pleasure.
The tattoos don't taste so good. This is getting really lost here, guys. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being on our live stream.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Tangent 5000.
Natalie,
That was
phobias.
nasty.
No, kind of. Heights, kind of. But I can't get
Heights.
up on ladders.
I'm with you on heights.
But that, I mean, is it really a phobia if you could get over it? Or it was a phobia?
Remember when we went to the park and I was on that
Whoa, don't bring that up.
rock?
Like, no, I kill spiders with my bare hands.
Okay, so spiders you're not scared of?
I clean up broken
Caught 2 tarantulas.
Well,
This really went down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I don't like spiders either.
It's,
Oh yeah, no.
it's okay to be scared of stuff or
I have
not like
nightmares.
stuff.
But that's not a phobia.
Yeah, like phobia, you're like vapor locked, petrified, can't
That
move.
makes me nauseous. Like I can't look. Like piercings too. I can't look at. I can't watch. I will get sick to my stomach.
Really? By watching a piercing?
Yes, that's why I don't ever look at them.
Don't you
And
guys
when you
do
had me film that
piercings in
one,
the shop?
I was
Yeah, we do.
I was looking like away from the camera.
She
I
picked a
couldn't
good one.
That's funny.
look. Tattoos aren't that
Good
scary.
career.
So, I mean, a phobia, I think people think of phobias kind of like they think of fetishes. They think, well, I have a fetish. No. You don't know what a fetish is if you think a fetish is like, well, I really like big butts. That's not no, dude. Fetishes are something totally different. And so are phobias. So I think being scared of fighters for some people is a big deal.
Arachnophobia.
But I think most people aren't actually, they don't have a phobia of it. They just, like, having an aversion to spiders is like a pretty normal fucking thing.
I don't know.
Now,
Once they-
some people freak out.
once they get to a certain size, they're pretty scary.
Yeah, but that's legit. That's like being scared of like a gangster with a firearm that wants to do you harm. Like that's legit. That's not a phobia. I have a phobia of
Yeah.
like near death experiences.
I guess.
I don't know. I'm playing semantics here. It's fun.
What the
Justin Barton has something to say.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you guys were talking about spiders, and I rented this house, and it was like arachnophobia. I've never had a house that had so many fucking spiders in it. And
He almost cried right now.
no, I went to put my pants on one morning. There's a wolf spider in my pants, and it came crawling out of the pant leg, and I'm like, all right, this is enough.
Yeah, I got
I've had enough of this.
bit by a black widow putting on my boots.
Really?
Yeah.
That's terrible. Did it hurt?
Yeah, I couldn't walk the next day.
But I heard the actual bite hurts.
Yeah, it hurts.
The actual, I mean, like getting bit.
And then I drove my
Not the aftermath.
I drove my kids home, and then when I got out of the car, I couldn't even put weight on it.
We have somebody chiming in with phobias. What do you guys think about that?
Little people.
Heights. Oh God,
That is fucking hilarious.
Channy boy.
What's really funny is
Wait.
like one person's scared of heights and the other person's scared of little people, and together I wouldn't know what to do for them. Like, where do I put you to get away from the little people? Up high?
I think Mike's got a valid point. This is the Mike Connor I'm thinking of, right?
Yes, this is
Yeah,
tall Mike.
he's got a valid point with heights, though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
He has
like as a phobia?
Yeah,
oh fuck, he fell 70 feet.
but little people, have you
Have you ever thrown a little
They can't
person off of
fall.
heights?
No, but have you seen?
They won't fall as
the-
hard as.
Oh yeah, it's the law. The laws of physics are broken with little people.
It's
They
like a
don't-
reel or a clip in
They
Instagram
don't
of the
float
little
like
midget
ants?
guy doing karate.
Okay,
It's like 30.
He's trying to
inches
get
That
you?
was me, man. Come on.
Yeah.
you just lift up your ankle, just kind of lift up your leg a little
It's
bit.
cute. It's
It is.
adorable.
You're not wrong.
Really-
Lele, how do you feel about little people?
I think they're great.
I say we be
like
inclusive.
I like the videos of like, where they're
I like
jumping
when-
into the water and then it makes like a whoop, like a little
What? Like a bloop
yeah,
sound?
like a little water droplet noise. you know?
Okay.
Like a
Yeah,
drip
yeah, like
sound.
that.
Wait, Sheldon, what was that?
Go again.
That sound right there. Okay. Wow, this is going nice. Let's see if did anybody else. I don't want to miss anything. Read the above discussion. I can't read the whole above
Is there
discussion.
two different mics?
Yes, there are. Mike isn't the one we were talking about with the questions that were asked earlier. This is a different Mike. I don't know if Mikey's on here. I don't see him. But Mikey, if you're on here, chime in. By the way, guys, if you haven't sent a thumbs up, there's a lot of you watching and only 9 thumbs ups. We're going to end the stream immediately and block all of you from your social media accounts. If you don't like this video, we should see likes and counting as we speak. So thank you for that. Yeah, keep going. There's more.
Plus
We see you.
one.
There's Mama.
Plus one. Also, you guys, if you can like this with a thumbs up or give it a heart, that's great. And share it with your friends if you find anything informational and or just stupid. And we don't have sound effects, so a lot of this is just going to be us. Sheldon's got the sound effects down.
Yeah, he did that water droplet real good.
Wow, look at him. He's getting pro. Lele, did you see what he just did?
No, I didn't.
He just hit the sound effects pad.
Oh my god.
Like with
I didn't
with
even
tact.
pick
know
up
what to do.
that Sheldon did that. He did it super sly.
that was actually like really.
They're not playing for.
No, I think those ones are.
That's an
From that.
interesting
Oh.
question.
Not these ones.
It's not.
Can I
showing up
buy
on the
my
thing,
wife a
but-
Christmas present tattoo? She loves tattoos, and this would be a total home run for
Oh,
me.
that's heavy.
I
Okay.
guess the question is, does he pick the tattoo and she doesn't know what it is?
Okay.
Because this
Or you
could be
pay for
interesting.
time. You pay for time.
What do you think, Sheldon?
I think you pay for time. Well,
Yeah.
I know him and his wife.
So just buy a gift card and well,
2 hours, 4 hours. something.
Lele, we've sold gift cards for
Yeah.
tattoos
Well,
before.
I mean,
Or
the
just
reason I
a
even
set
came to the
amount
shop
even.
in the first place was because it was a Christmas gift.
Yep.
Like a late Christmas gift.
Ah,
Super
he, just,
cool.
he just handed me cash and said,
Sucking
Here you go.
you in.
Just do it. So yeah, you can totally get a Christmas present tattoo. Just give her some money. You're probably used to that. Okay, let's do this. So let's get to the next question since we talked about phobias.
Well, what's your phobia?
Shit. I thought we were getting to the next question.
No, what's your phobia? I want to hear it.
We're disrupting the whole program.
We're
gonna
tearing it
have
up.
we're gonna have audio problems again. Let me have a drink here.
His phobia is being vulnerable.
His phobia is not getting shit done on a timely matter.
No,
his phobia is Ecamm Live.
no, come on, guys. Actually, you know my phobias.
Body
are-
hair?
I have a pet peeve. I don't have a phobia of body hair. I'm bald for a reason, but that's not it. Thank you, Shelly. I have a huge pet peeve, and I hate. That's why, like, I love these types of watches that just clasp. But the ones with the buckle, like I don't know, that's a buckle.
Because they
I would say
pinch?
clasps are great. No, because you undo the buckle and go to pull the watch off, and it buckles back again. And you have to unbuckle it, pull it off, and it buckles back again.
What?
I know you can take your time and do it right, but I like when things are just quick and seamless and smooth. It's not a phobia. It's,
so you
it's
like
a pet
sex
peeve.
like your watches?
Just smooth. Like,
smooth and off. Just get it
yeah,
off.
I want you there. I just already want
get
you.
it off
Yeah.
as fast as you can.
If I got to set stuff up, if I got to set anything up, if I got to arrange something,
I don't want to think about it. Just get it
yeah.
off.
Like, why are you moving?
Why
Like,
not?
what is this movement about? Like, where are you
I
going?
thought you were dead.
Is there somewhere to go? Oh, yeah. I started it off thinking, oh, I thought you weren't here with us. I thought you were no longer with us. Okay. So I don't know if I actually have any phobias. When I was a kid, though, I was super scared of like dark corners, like ones that you couldn't see in, and any sort of small compartments. So I would push myself into small compartments and dark corners.
That's my phobia.
Yeah, so I would be so terrified if I was in someone's house and you couldn't see anything in a corner, like it was so black you could stare and start to see things in your mind. I guess it was so dark.
That's called schizophrenia, Josh.
Just
I don't think that's at all.
No, it's not.
Like,
It's
That's
not.
like-
It's normal.
I like where you went with it, but that's not at all. But yeah, I was so scared of it. I would just put myself in those scenarios. As a matter of fact, one time I peed on my dad.
Oh,
Huh.
yeah.
Okay, so let's go to the next question.
Another-
Yeah,
Let's just leave-
we're just gonna skip past that. I feel like
wait.
we might need to come back and kind of really
I'm gonna
let's unpack that.
I'm gonna talk. I need to
Peed
talk
on
to my
dad.
father.
What did you
So-
mean by that?
So Lele, what I meant by that was I was put into a small compartment.
Oh no.
So we lived in this little tiny. I love my parents and I love my family. So God bless you all. And thank you for everything you've ever done for me. But we lived in this tiny trailer that was smaller than like this room by probably, it was like a quarter the size of this room. It was like a 2-person camping type trailer. And there was 5 of us, including a baby. Anyway, so we lived in a park in a trailer. It was terrible. And dark moments, guys, ready? So the cabinet above the actual bed my parents slept on, they took the doors off and made a little bed for me to sleep in. And those camping trailers are like essentially particle board. There's not real wood. There's no barriers, guys. So they took the doors off. I slept up there, and well, I'm kind of claustrophobic.
Oh, and you peed yourself.
I didn't pee
And it
myself.
Went all over your dad.
I definitely didn't pee myself. It went straight. It dropped on his face.
Okay, you peed him. You peed himself.
Yeah, he peed. I peed himself. And what the worst part about it is to this day, if you're ever around my dad, you'll hear him say this. He's like, "I'm gonna get you back.
Oh no.
I'm gonna get you." He to this day still
Do
says
it.
it. And I know what he's talking about every time. And I'm like, fuck.
That's
and I'm
ominous.
It's kind of fucked up because
That's
like,
ominous.
yeah,
The weight of that has been hanging on your shoulders for like 25 years.
and it will
That's
until
his
I die,
phobia.
until he
Until
is
you
or
wake up
I
and it's
are
like
gone.
You're being rained on.
That is
Rain Man.
so. Yes, I have a phobia of my dad peeing on me.
Well, I gotta say, this is
got
way
weird.
better than I thought it was gonna turn out. So
Wait, the story or this night?
you just when you
Both.
started with one time I peed on my dad. Wasn't really sure where you're going. Just
Well,
that turned out okay.
I'm glad that you have a voice for radio and a face for TV too, actually, and that my stories can do that for you. So I appreciate that. Okay.
Your stories give him a voice for radio and a face for TV.
Wow. Okay. So we're kind of like a dynamic duo. That's what's happening. Sheldon, I feel like you're just getting left out over
Oh,
here, and I don't
no.
want that to
I'm
happen.
just listening. I'm having a good time listening.
Amanda's jumping on. Amanda, what's up? Thanks for being on here with us. I hope everybody's going to have a good Turkey Day tomorrow. Thanksgiving is the day, and I hope and wish the best for everybody. I will be here right now drinking my whiskey, and tomorrow resting the day away after recovering.
We should all air cheers.
Air cheers.
Do you guys want to air cheers?
Yeah.
I'm
Ready? Lele?
Cheers.
All right. There we go.
Think.
The only one not joining in is Sheldon
I'm
for
on
some
E.
reason.
I'm on E.
Sheldon.
He's on E.
Well,
We need
drink
some
the,
help.
Drink the ice.
Drink the ice. There you go.
He
Suck on
doubled,
that shit.
Doubled down.
Drink the ice.
That's right. You know what sucks? That button right there. Go if you just hit this, it'll actually just go off. It is what it is. Okay, let's get to the next question since we talked about phobias for an hour. Next question is looking spiffy and totally sexy.
Thank
Is
you.
that a question or a statement?
I switched the camera before you even
Statement.
started talking because I knew you had something.
It wasn't a question.
No, it wasn't. It was a statement.
You want to see my boob?
Yes, I really do. Are you getting another drink?
I'd love to see that.
we're-
boob.
Okay, next drink, and we're gonna see your boobies. I don't know if we're allowed to say that.
Boobies.
I don't know if we're allowed to say
You're
it.
allowed to say boobies.
Teat.
What about teats?
Yeah.
Are there?
TDs.
You didn't tell
Ta-ta.
me the rules of engagement.
I don't know that there are, and we're gonna find out. And that's one way you do it:
You
is you
can
just play.
Say profanities. You just can't say that.
I can say profanity.
Yeah.
I can just say
You
it.
can do a profanity.
I can just do profanities.
Yeah.
How do you do a profanity?
You don't want to know.
Fuck.
Oh my God.
Layla, is that too much?
What's that?
I gotta go.
Try one.
I'll try an old fashioned.
Fuck.
It's just so not.
Fuck.
I can't wait to one day hear you be aggressive.
I don't know. It takes a lot.
It does.
takes a lot.
It does. You're right. And for me and Justin and Shelly, it's not so much.
No.
Okay.
There's passive aggressive, aggressive, and aggressive aggressive.
I just panic. I I just start freaking out.
Fear, just pure fury.
Yeah. Yeah. but
Lost.
Like anxious fury.
What'd you say, Shelly?
I don't get aggressive.
No?
I ain't one.
Okay. You're
He's a
violent.
lover, not a fighter.
He's both. He is
Gave
100%.
that shit up yesterday.
Who has seen me violent? Besides you, maybe.
We you almost got in a gang turf war in a McDonald's drive-thru after you tased
That's
me.
you. But who else?
Okay, yeah, I'm just saying it's legitimate.
A gang turf.
We almost
war.
got in a literal turf war after he tased me in McDonald's drive-thru. Anyway, this is a true story.
That's just kind of awesome.
Everybody here
What,
has
did
heard
somebody
it.
else get offended that he used a taser and it was their idea?
It's a
No,
long story.
All right, let's skip that.
Yeah, it's a long. It's a real long story, but those are the
That
details.
sounds like one of those whole things you don't want to fall into.
Yeah, it's great. So looking spiffy and totally sexy, and I will say that's for you,
Yeah, definitely.
and for you, and for two.
I think it's for everyone.
It's for all of us. It's kind of like it's for all of us. Okay, so let's get to the next one. Can we move my tattoo date up? I'm desperate.
On the show.
Okay, next question. So when getting laser tattoo removal, how does that affect the skin after? Does it go back to normal? Layla, have you ever seen laser tattoo removal after it's done?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Have you ever seen like the way the skin looks different sometimes? Like laser removal, whether it's hair or tattoos.
It just kind of looks like weird scar or like just really faint the tattoo because it doesn't always work for people, and then it
And definitely not 100%.
yeah.
Sometimes a little bit
Seems like it
still
can make
shows
it
through.
Worse sometimes.
It can make
Yeah.
it worse, but it's like laser hair removal where it can burn you if they don't do it right, and there could be scarring involved. So the question is, how does it affect the skin? If they know what they're doing, it doesn't affect it because you have to go slow and do little bits at a time and do sessions for it to be removed. But if you go to a reputable place, and what do I mean by reputable? Is that the right word? Reputable?
Mhm.
Refutable?
No, that's bad.
Reputable.
Reputable. Reputable. Reputable. See, I was saying the right word, but with an accent.
You got the syllables. That's fine.
Yeah, I got the syllables into the cinematics. The cinematic syllables.
Wouldn't
That was
wouldn't
pretty
it
good.
be
That's the
more
new podcast
recommended
name?
to do a badass cover up instead of removing it?
Not by me. Don't come to me.
No?
No, I don't want to do it. Cover ups, no bueno.
No bueno?
No, not at all. No bueno.
No,
Okay,
no.
so the skin does get affected. So go to somebody good. And how do you find out if they're refutable? So what you do is you make sure that they're, they have got a lot of good reviews, and that you hopefully it's like somebody that you've heard of from somebody, because there's a lot of pop-up shops that will do tattoo removal. There's even salons and places that are dabbling to make the money. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's not a good idea. Go to somebody who that's all they do and ask them, how many customers do you treat daily and how long you've been in business? And if they say 10, 20 people a day, I've been in business for 5, 10 years, then you know you're probably in the right spot. But go
Ask
to
them their phobias too.
and ask them their phobias. If they have a phobia of tattoos, that would get really weird. You found your water.
I mean, maybe that. Yeah, I did.
Nice.
Yeah, it was on the couch.
It was where you left it.
Yeah, it was exactly where I left.
That's
it.
crazy.
I know.
That's weird.
Weird
That
how
is
that
weird.
happened.
It's real strange how that works. It's totally fine. Okay. Anyway, so that's the little bit of information I give you about tattoo removal. I'm not in the tattoo removal business. I'm in the tattoo giving business. I wish I could just capitalize on saying, come to me and let me do it for you. But I actually hate doing cover-ups. They are terrible. There are times, though, where people have a tattoo that they want to get removed, and it is better to cover it up because there's better options, and it's cheaper, and you get something cooler, and you don't have to go through the arduous process of 3, 4, 5 different episodes of tattoo removal. So
And
There
it's
you go.
painful.
You can get on mine.
it can be very
Cover up.
painful to get
Yeah.
tattoo removal compared to
Tattoo
just getting
removal
tattooed.
being painful,
Yeah,
like
my
as in
chest.
worse than the tattoo itself?
yes,
I had a
3,
portrait
4,
and a skull.
3, 4 times,
Now I got
Yeah.
an eagle.
and 4 or 5 sessions just to get it done.
Stop counting.
Mine?
I can't do that.
I can't count either. I'm just spitting out numbers. I'm not counting.
I'm magical.
You smart.
I was kind of just saying numbers. Thank you, lady. I appreciate that.
I got you.
Okay, let's go back to it and ask questions. You know what? If you guys see any questions or anything in the comments that we need to get to,
You haven't
Yeah, that
scrolled,
last
I
one's
think.
disturbing.
Oh, yeah, you have. Sorry, I lied.
oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, that's
Easy to clear.
Yeah, we're not going to talk. We're not going there. That was the wrong one. It was the one at the bottom left.
I think you've come to the wrong podcast.
You've come to the wrong podcast. You need to leave.
Got the wrong guys.
Yeah, I don't know why you're here.
Sheldon, are you available?
What the fuck? Really?
Is
Depends
it on
what
there?
You're willing to pay.
Is it really there?
No, it is not.
Interesting. Okay, let's get to the next one.
Stop it.
How was the work day for you fellas?
Mine was awesome. I did a fun tattoo that I
The-
accidentally miscalculated how long I thought it would take, and I told her like probably an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Which means 3 or 4.
Yeah.
You'll
so-
get used to that.
But I had a lot of
butterfly?
fun doing it, and I think it came out pretty decent.
It did look really good.
Was it the butterfly?
Yeah.
Nice.
It looked
All
really good.
symmetrical.
It looked good drawing.
It's hard.
Lele, do you have it on your phone?
I do.
Why don't you airdrop it to my computer and I could show the folks that are watching?
Wow.
Oh,
That'd be kind of
shit.
cool.
Sure.
Barton, how was your day? How was your work day,
Today was good.
fellas? It was good. There you go.
Today
Was it though?
good. Yeah.
What about-
I mean, anytime you can like mission accomplished, you know, the job you've been working on is open, done. It's nice.
Not bad. Not bad. The drive was good.
No.
Drive was shit. Sorry to bring that
Who
up.
enjoys
I'm
driving
sorry,
down
I'm
the
sorry to
99 in
bring-
California though?
Not a single human.
I mean, in order of like things I don't want to do, drive down 99, get a tattoo removed. It's like, you know,
Yeah, this is great. All my phobias.
right.
All my phobias in one road.
House full of spiders.
Have you pee on me out of like a cabinet or something?
Yeah.
That's weird in
Well,
a
don't
dark
put
corner.
don't put fucking Josh in a corner. That's all I'm having
Nobody
to say.
puts baby in a corner.
Nobody puts Josh in a fucking cabinet.
Baby Josh.
I can't
Josh
believe
in
that
a
Josh was
corner
in a
on the
cabinet.
99?
And I'm not a little guy. I'm a fairly large man. I was in a fucking cabinet.
Did
I
you
will
get it?
I will pee on you. No, you have to go to computer iMac 2.
Okay.
Sorry.
Computer.
There we go. Is that where you sent it?
I think so.
Okay, I apologize for not paying attention.
That's okay.
It's not really my fault. You're right.
You're right. It's not your fault.
It's not my fault at all.
Bad timing on my part.
Really. Absolutely. Okay, we're going to bring up a photo here in a second and show you guys something that Lele did today. If you guys didn't know, Lele is an apprentice. She's been doing it, what, for 6 months now?
I've been on real skin for 6 months as of 2 days ago.
As opposed to what other kind of skin? Just
Well,
kidding.
I mean, fake skin. There's,
Dahmer skin?
You know? Oh no, not
Okay.
that.
Okay, let's go ahead and show you the screen here, guys and girls and ladies and gentlemen. So this is Lele's tattoo. Lele, why don't you walk us through this for a minute?
It's a butterfly and it has skulls in it.
But so this is one of your what, like 50th tattoos, maybe ever, 60th, 100th.
Yeah, like probably around 60.
Right.
Something.
Okay.
7 maybe.
And
but
so
I stopped counting.
right now we're working on. You're specifically working on. I'm helping you with
Lines.
lines. And what is one of your? So we're gonna explain this tattoo. It looks great, and the thing about Lele is she's very. What's the word? Meticulous and symmetrical, and what is the word? There's a better word. When you do art, you're very clean and concise. And so when I look at this, I see that because obviously you have something to learn still
Yeah.
in terms of lines. And what is that? Why don't you explain that to it? What are we working on?
I'm a little bitch.
Oh, come on. That's not what I was. That's not at all what I was willing to say.
I'm too light-handed. But my lines since Friday have been a lot darker. They are not the cleanest in the world.
They're not
but
little bitchy lines anymore.
They're manning up.
Okay. They're stepping up in
Yeah,
the world.
yeah.
But what is so? It's not really that you're a bitch about it. It's that you're on the lighter side, right?
Yeah.
And so we're working on you just getting the
And
lines a little more bold.
And I feel bad inducing pain, which is kind of, anti, like, what, you know the word.
Right.
I can't. I feel bad.
You're gonna have to get over
I say
it.
sorry every time. Like, if someone looks like they're in pain, I'm like, I'm sorry.
Which yeah, it's
I
yeah.
let them know if I'm gonna wipe them with a cold wipe, because I know some people don't like that for whatever reason.
yeah.
Well, that's
I'm like,
the
it's
best.
gonna be cold. Be careful.
Yeah,
Watch
some-
out."
be careful. And yeah, you are so gentle. You're such a gentle soul in every way that I get that it's hard for you. I will say that it took me years actually to get over hurting people as much as I love hurting people. Sorry to say,
We
guys.
know.
I really enjoy it. Barton fucking knows.
Oh, I've seen the look.
Look at him. Yeah, look at him. Right now, he's not even using his voice.
see it in his
How many
eyes, he's been
hours
hurt.
do you think you've spent tattooing?
Take your
me
shirt
this
off.
way? I don't want to.
Here, I'm gonna switch to us, and we're gonna give you time.
I'm not done with my drink.
Okay, we'll give him time. We'll give him a little bit of time. I'm gonna bring or take Lele's picture down. But Lele, good job today. I like that.
Thank you.
So the question was, how was your work day today, fellas? Sheldon, you're next.
My work day? It was cake. I worked half a day.
It was cake.
I worked
Went home
5
at
hours
11.
and then
He went home when I started. He called me when I
Mhm.
started my tattoo.
You guys had some phone sex?
Yeah, and I was kind of pissed. He's like, yeah, I'm done. I'm like, I just started. Like, what's going on? Thanks, Layla, for pointing that out. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
no, of course.
You hear from me.
I
get
got
it.
you.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Mike on that one.
Mike.
Josh never apologizes to me.
Never.
Yeah, fuck no. I like hurting Mike. Are you kidding me, guys? The dude fell off 7 stories and broke like 115 bones. Mike, if I'm wrong about the number, I'm
14.
sure you're going to correct me.
Hey, it's 114.
Never mind. Sheldon's going to correct me. You got him on your team. But go ahead and post the number of bones. Just no explanation, just the number. I want to see it because I'll miss it if it's anything more than a word or two. So anyway, I like to hurt him because he can do that. He can take it. I feel like Mike deserves it.
Whoa.
I like when you
That
start dancing
motherfucker.
while you're tattooing him, and
Oh, yeah.
then he's just screaming.
Yeah. And he, do you think he knows that I'm dancing? Sometimes.
I hope not.
No,
I
I don't
hope
think he
not.
knows that I'm back there like,
Yeah, you're getting into it.
there's
There's
a
You're tearing
sinister.
it up back
that,
there.
You have that look where you don't even look at the tattoo. You're just all,
None of this is true.
Oh,
Barton, you've
bullshit.
never
He's like-
seen this.
He fucking grinds it and he's looking at you smiling all crazy.
Well, it reminds me of the discussion when I came into your like way back in Sins of the Flesh days, and you're like, wait, so this is your first tattoo, and that's what you want to do?
Oh yeah, your
And
chest.
you're like, you know that's gonna hurt, right? I'm like, no,
You're like, oh, fucking just
Fuck yeah.
fucking do it.
That shit feels great.
But I think all our sessions were full sessions. I don't think you ever had like I can only handle 2-3 hours. Like we went for at least 4 or 5 each session. I think.
Yeah, there's been a few that went
So-
longer.
What's
couple
the
went
average
shorter.
for?
You know what I want to see, to be honest with you, is your
108.
rear side, your
108.
back side. I want to see your back. So I'm hoping you get enough
Whoa.
At least
whiskey
he's
in you.
honest.
Yeah, we're gonna give him time, but I'm sure we'll get into it. Mike also messaged us here in the comments and said only 108. Just in case you guys want to
Only.
know.
108.
That's a lot of damn bones.
But there's
is.
What,
It's a lot of damage.
206?
How many do you have
In
in,
the
your
body?
body?
I think 206.
Like, what is that as a percentage?
So
Like
he-
60?
It's
I thought
50,
Babies had
51%.
You thought a baby's head?
No,
206,
I'm.
that'd be 103.
Don't listen to me.
If Lele falls
Like
asleep, I'm still
52%.
camera switching to you.
My
Please
butt
don't.
tattoos look amazing.
Yeah, no, they really
Do you
do.
go all the way around the hole?
You said
It just looks like a white. You know what I tattooed on Barton's butt?
A
I
portrait
tattooed
of
a
yourself?
white butt of a white man's butt on his butt.
That's
so,
awesome.
So show us.
Buttception.
Oh wow, butt sexual.
206.
No.
Yeah,
Mike says 206. That's how many
That's
bones.
like 52% of his body was
it's
busted.
52%.
Yep.
He landed mostly on his right side, I believe. So the arm, the right leg, well, both legs, but mostly on the right side of his body, I think.
Next question. Wait, I didn't ask Audra and or Natalie. How was your work day? She went shopping. Okay,
That's
so
awesome.
it was great.
Fuck,
Natalie,
That was a great. That's what's up.
so she worked half a day and told everybody to leave her the frick alone.
That's
So
right.
that's a good day. And mine was, did I say mine? Mine was amazing. Mine was great. I
Not
got to see
yet.
boobies,
You get to see me.
right? I got to see boobies. I've had drinks made for me. If you guys didn't know, this is an old fashioned that is absolutely fucking wonderful from a glass that was bought for me from a wonderful person who was thoughtful. I got my homie with me. I got my other homies with me. I got Lele in the house as
Lala.
La
as
la.
Lala in the house as
La la.
requested. And yeah, people love these people. I don't know who, but somebody. And I just had a good day doing this.
I made them all up.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. Are you the one who sends in all the requests? Like all the
Yes,
Yeah.
I've fabricated your entire reality.
really?
I've been pulling all the strings.
This makes sense. Why
this
am
whole
I?
time. Yeah,
tech-
yeah, yeah.
Like
That's why
you're
I'm
like, oh,
the
let me
one-
fix that for you.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
yeah.
forgot about that setting.
exactly.
Is it like Munchausen syndrome almost?
Munchausen.
That's
Wait,
like the
what?
mom's. That I was just talking about
I
this
don't
with
know
my
if this
brother.
should be.
What kind
At
of
the shop.
syndrome is that?
Munchausen is like the. It's like when moms
Yeah,
like pretend
when,
their kids are sick, and they'll like exploit like money and stuff. Like my
Or
kid has
they-
cancer, give me donations.
or they like intentionally make them sick so they
Yeah.
can cure them.
Yeah.
Dude, this explains so much of my reality right now. This is not good.
You're welcome.
Wow, thank you, Lele. I appreciate
I
that.
got you.
That's really scary. That
It
isn't-
is.
That's not good. I don't.
No.
I don't like where this. Okay,
Is
let's
it
get back.
worse than a bunch of holes?
We're going down. We're going down
Do
the
we want
rabbit
to
hole.
Is it a
talk about
phobia?
syndromes?
Is it a
Or
phobia?
just a fear? We need to know.
Is it worse than a bunch of holes?
I don't
It
know.
might be all of those.
Oh, God.
It's like he has a phobia. He can't go to school. He's scared of holes. He's got a bunch of pet peeves. He doesn't like driving down the 99. Looks like we need some assistance.
Scared
Looks
of
like
holes.
somebody's got to piss
Don't
on
like
his
taking
dad.
showers and pee.
Wow.
So
So none of so
This-
actually this Munchenhausen, whatever the hell you're talking about, all
Munch-
makes sense. That there's a mother out there listening to our show going, I'm never letting my child go outside ever again.
Sounds like a German beer.
there was
We're the reason why there are Munchausen mothers.
Mulchhausen? What was it?
Yep.
there was a poor young gentleman, we'll call him, who had a mental breakdown trying to clock into his new job at Costco yesterday, and he couldn't even make it to the clock in part.
Wait, like
Didn't make it.
he drove himself to job site?
No,
Or somebody-
like no, they're like opening the warehouses. you know,
Okay.
And
Opening day.
probably shouldn't be talking about this on camera, but
Probably.
the guy,
No
like,
names.
no, he had like a full blown mental breakdown trying to figure out how to clock in. Like he couldn't even make it to that part.
Wow.
You know,
That sounds like the new
Sometimes
generation.
that's my morning too. You know?
okay, Lele, you're also very young. You're very impressionable. You're also very, what's the word? Not dainty. What's the word? You're very fragile.
Yeah.
Frigile.
You're
you
incredibly.
could sneeze on me and I'd just shatter.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
times. But you know what? You maybe physically, but emotionally and mentally, you got the
I'm a powerhouse.
you have the strength of a seasoned snail.
There's a.
What?
You know,
A strength of a season.
gotta
Did you just
go.
call her escargot?
I didn't use
got
exactly those
escargot,
words.
but-
I got to escargot out of here.
Seasoned.
Escargot down the
A
99
seasoned
out of this
snail.
place. Okay,
Because
okay,
I'm slow.
okay. You have the strength, the heart of a
Of a lion.
tiger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think for
All
what
of the
it's
above.
worth, I think that counts for more than physical strength. Because if people have it like
Right.
mentally and emotionally, you're powerhouse. You
I-
can
no,
knock it
she
out.
does. She's
I
got
don't
it.
have strength, but I am a mental power.
She has the shell of a snail.
You can't. Well, you could break.
Like if you crawled over salt, you would just fizzle.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right, but if you talk shit to Lele, she's got that shell. It just bounces right off.
Yeah.
Just
And then
echoes
she
right off.
goes home and
Pretty
thinks about
fragile.
it.
But you do really, yeah. But you're pretty tough. She's not mentally. I don't have to actually. That's one weird thing about Lele. Weird because it's the first time I've had this where maybe physically she has. I'm gonna say limitations. I'm not gonna go there.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
What does
What I'm
that
gonna
mean,
say is that
Josh?
you're a little fragile.
Explain.
Yeah.
Physically, you're fragile.
Yeah.
But
I
mentally,
can't lift 30 pounds.
mentally and emotionally though, you are one of the first apprentices I've never had to sit down with and be like, let's talk about how we listen, or hey, let's not break down in front of the clients. But you've done really well, and I haven't had to have that conversation with you at all, or that sort of interaction with you at all.
I try to be very receptive because how the hell are you going to get anywhere if you don't?
Fuck yeah,
Listen.
dude! I wish I had a sound.
There you go.
I wish they knew what was going on.
They can't hear it at all.
No.
You guys can't even hear that. Okay.
We can
Sorry,
hear it.
Natalie. I apologize.
The audience don't hear a fucking sound.
Natalie, what we were doing is cheering and clapping and going meow, 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 meow. Okay, that's good.
You want,
That's
my,
enough.
you want my headphones?
This
No,
is
it's
like stimulation
I don't need 'em.
10,000. You
This
guys
is-
are talking. It's on video. I'm hearing shit that's not there.
You know what though? I bet it's
Is
not.
this what insanity feels like? It's kind of weird.
Have you ever been on psilocybin? Okay.
Apparently, I need to have some more fun.
Who does he sound like? Okay, let's try it. Say what's. You can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Wow,
What? Do a,
That was me.
Lele,
Joker
who is
line.
Jack Nicholson for 500, please?
Is he the guy that plays in the Here's Johnny?
Wow. Okay.
Is that him?
Is
Yes.
that- is
Oh.
that
I thought I
Red
was gonna
Rum?
stump you.
Red Rum?
You
Shining,
child,
The
yeah.
Shining.
Yes.
The Shining. Red
Yep.
Rum.
100%. I thought I was gonna stump her with that one.
You usually do.
I usually
Don't
do.
ask any more questions like that because
Okay.
I'm
What
gonna
is
embarrass myself.
Gumby's horse's name?
I'm gonna go. So I'll
Mr.
see you
Pokey?
guys. I'll see you guys
Hey,
next week.
come on.
It is.
Okay, Lele. What? Yes.
That's
Okay.
the name.
Okay, let's go to the next question. I think we answered all these. How was your workday so far, fellows? It was really good. Do you camp at all during the winter?
Fuck yeah.
He's excited. He's got something to
Oh,
say.
we ruined my son.
I wanted to start with Lele.
Go
I
ahead.
only ever went camping. Well, technically twice because I went on like a field trip in elementary school.
But was it actually camping?
Not really. No, there's like little rooms and bunk beds and stuff. But the first time I actually went camping was with you
Sixth grade
guys.
camp?
Yeah, 6th grade camp.
We don't have any
Cigar.
more?
Heart Attack Hill.
Heart Attack Hill. I have the shirt.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I survived Heart Attack Hill.
I
shit.
survived
Would you
Heart
believe
Attack
it?
Hill. You ran up that hill?
This physically fragile woman, she survived.
That's awesome. I'm
Yeah.
glad to hear that. We're
That's
going to have to put that on the wall. Did you get like a certificate?
No, I have a shirt.
Okay.
It's
Nice.
somewhere. I'll
Barton.
find it.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
have it.
You
So
get a shirt that says I survived.
Do you camp in the wintertime?
I camp all the fucking.
Do you do
time.
much camping in the wintertime?
Yeah. Well, do you count like if I take my truck camper? Is that camping?
Yeah,
'Cause
anything outdoors that you're not going
Stay
in,
the night.
not a lodge, not a building. You're
I
setting
probably
up.
spend 30 to 50 nights a year camping at a lake somewhere.
that's a lot of nights.
Man.
I put
More
my
than I
apartment
do.
on my
I'd probably
truck
die.
and I'm gone.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just
It's great. I
When
love
you-
it.
it's perfect.
I go home, I empty out my fridge, throw it in the fridge in the camper, and gone.
I
Done.
was kind
Not
of
a care in
jealous
the world.
of your
Wow.
bed.
You can hang
Super
That
out.
seems
nice.
Pretty awesome.
Really, yeah. I definitely have a bed in the back of my van. And I like when ladies say that they're jealous of my bed in the back of my van because I usually feel creepy about having a bed in the back of my van. Sheldon,
I admire Marge.
how was your experience with snow camping?
You know.
Yes, I do, but they don't know.
We took
I'm so excited.
we took the kids snow camping and then they were all playing in the snow and Levi got all quiet and then
Yeah.
I ended up asking him like, "Are you okay?" And he just busted out. I said, "Are you cold?" And he's, "Yes."
He
I-
was so.
And
This
I-
poor kid was just so
I
distraught.
had to strip him down and put him in the car with the heater on for like an hour, and then I said, "Fuck it." We went 4-wheel driving with the heater on, and I hung his shoes off my mirror in front of the heater to dry, and then we came back like an hour later, so 2 hours in that car, and then he still sat in there for another 30 minutes.
Yeah, he will never do that
And
again.
he would never go camping with me ever again.
Yep.
There's something magical about like wintertime because it's quiet.
It's
And
nice.
there's not a lot of people out. I
It's
don't care what you
cool.
do. If you're out on the lake, I love it. There's no
Yeah.
wakeboards. It's just dead calm, quiet.
That's pretty much how it is. As soon as school's back in, as soon as school's in and the summer's over, the school summer is over, then it's wonderful pretty much everywhere up in the mountains.
Well, I feel like
Anywhere.
the September, October, you get all the hunters and then all the
Yeah, until
that kind of
until
retarded.
December.
I shouldn't say retarded crowd, but there's some guys that go up there just to get drunk and be stupid.
Yeah,
So depending on how far you go back to
The
get
party
away from 'em.
guys.
Yeah.
for sure. Lele, how about you in the snow? Do you like being cold?
No.
She
No.
don't look.
No, I think snow's pretty
She don't have
pre-
very much.
pretty.
romance.
I think snow's pretty, but I've
From a
never camped in
distance.
the winter. I've only camped with you guys, and I would cry if it was too cold.
I like strong. The stronger, the better. Yeah, I actually like. There we go. Let's do it. I like snow camping, but I will say the few times that I've done it in a tent, whew, that's tough.
You gotta have a heater.
You should.
Mr. Buddy saved my life.
I'll tell you what. I literally thought I was going to die. I went.
Aw.
I went. One more time.
Aww.
Thank you.
Is
You
this the
need that.
story?
You need to record
I
that.
don't think so. I don't know
Aw.
if you know this one. How about? Can I get one? Can I get it? Oh, okay. There we go.
What,
So-
what kind of awe you want? Like I'm in awe of you,
That was consensual.
or like ah,
Look at Lele's.
Aww.
ah.
Thank you. Oh, okay. So I went camping and I was up at this place called Three Sisters above Dinky at a lake called Island Lake or Island. Yeah, Island Lake up above Dinky Lakes. It's a top lake above Dinky and it's right at the foot of Three Sisters Mountain. It's not a very majestic mountain, but that's what it's called. You can actually see it here from the valley. And I was on the east side of the mountain, not really paying attention. The view was so beautiful, I was mesmerized. So I set up camp, not thinking at all where I was located. And it was early summer, so it was still very cold up there at night, like probably negative degrees still. And I was on the dark side of the mountain. So when the sun went down super early at like
Your phobias were kicking?
7, no, it wasn't a
gets
phobia.
hella cold.
It was so cold and so wet at 11, 12,000 feet that I bet there's probably 10,000 feet, maybe 11. And everything's so cold and wet that even with my stove propane turned all the way up, I couldn't burn anything. You couldn't catch a pair of socks on fire. You couldn't, no wood, nothing would burn. There's no fire involved. And I didn't expect that. So I went to bed with no fire, nothing warm whatsoever. I didn't sleep at all. And I was in my sleeping bag. I had everything on me. I eventually literally had my bag on me, everything to keep me warm. And I was so freezing. I thought, this might be my last night. This is probably it. And I remember shaking so violently that I was just like, I'm gonna die.
Where's Shelly?
Where's Sheldon? Yep, where's Shelly? And he was nowhere to be found.
We
Why-
kept each other warm.
I said that whole story while just staring at you guys for some reason. I didn't switch the camera just to know. Just to know what your response was.
He's lying. He's every time he flips to us, him and Shelly are kissing behind the scenes. So
Yeah. Well, if Sheldon's hand disappears, you got to start asking questions.
It's when it's both hands. Okay, one hand. That's not going to do her. So anyway, I thought I almost died. So winter camping's awesome.
Come on, man.
You know what's fucked up? You would think I would have learned from that lesson. I almost died again in the back of my Jeep. My Mr. Buddy heater would not work, and I woke up frozen. The whole inside of my Jeep, all the condensation froze, and I was ice. The whole inside of my Jeep was literally fucking ice.
You
-17.
started the Jeep, right?
Yeah, yes, I did. I kept it running. I kept it running, but I didn't let it run all.
Fuck. That's
I did not let it run all night.
That
'Cause
was one of the things I loved about my 400s. I'd sleep in the back. If it got
Just let it
super
go.
cold, I'd just reach back, start the son of a bitch, turn the heater on.
I think -17.
Cold,
So,
cold starts.
oh, you know what? I did start it, and the cold air from the engine was still warmer, of course, than -17. But my heater was broken. It was clogged. I don't know what. It's still to this day has not worked since.
that's why you got to bring your cuddle buddy.
You still
not
have
your
your
Mr.
Jeep?
Buddy.
I do. I have a couple Jeeps, but the ZJ is the one I'm talking about, and that one almost fucking killed me. And my Mr. Buddy, I had that as a backup, right? Thinking the heater from the Jeep's good, the Mr. Buddy heater's good. The Mr. Buddy heater would not work. Zero working. No work. The only thing that worked was the little pilot light. So I would just sit there and click it and hold the little pilot light on and be like, this is not good.
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
I
but
don't.
I had a
you-
lot of sleeping bags, so
You camp a lot later in the winter than I do. Usually
I just
that
go.
high.
Yeah, I don't even care. Like,
That's free.
dude, it was negative. I think I clocked it at -17. Yeah, that's not good. You need
I
fire.
think the worst part of wintertime camping, I can't speak for you, but I always like sleep naked in my sleeping bag because I'm warmer that way,
Right.
is putting on your fucking clothes. It's so cold in the morning.
Yeah,
I want coffee and
Never
warm
taken
clothes, and I
getting
don't
out.
either.
Yeah, getting out. When we went snow capping, me and Sheldon and the family, our family together, the one we had, we were
Aw.
getting out of bed to go to the bathroom. Dude, getting out of a nice cozy bed with all these warm bodies around you to keep you to get up and go to the bathroom was no bueno. Like you're like, I'm just gonna hold it. There's
Right.
no way I'm going out
You
there.
gotta learn-
Sometimes at
you
my
gotta learn how to
apartment,
pee in a
I
bottle.
will still just
Nah,
hold
he
because
had
the
a-
bathroom is just cold. It's a cold place.
No,
had
you're
a-
right.
It's not inviting.
No, not at all.
No.
But I do.
It's cold.
You
I'm
had a 5-gallon bucket with some cat litter in it, didn't you?
yeah, I do. I do that for the girl so that she doesn't have to go outside, right? Like it's freezing. I give her a nice bucket with a trash compactor bag and cat litter, and you can pee in it. It's fine. So I don't want her to go outside,
That's
but
actually a pretty good idea.
it works really well.
It is. And it takes the sun away.
Yeah, it works really well. And then you can take it home. You don't have to bury it up in the mountains and be a litter bug. Man, we really go down rabbit holes with one
He
fucking.
said
How was your
litter
day? How was your day?
Litter
Well,
bug.
I peed
that
in
a-
some cat litter right after I slept naked.
Yeah, I
pretty
cuddled
rad.
Sheldon and Lele's fragile.
I'm breaking. over
Fragile
here.
Lele. So, all right, let's get to the next questions. We have a couple more questions. Let's see what happens here. This is actually a really good question. I've never been asked this before in my life. Do you have a favorite waterfall?
Your mom.
I like that answer. I like that answer.
Fucking awesome, Lola.
What can I say? What can I say?
Okay, so do you have a favorite waterfall? Yes, I do. Lele, your mom.
Whoa.
I mean,
Shit's
Okay.
you gotta
flowing all year
take that
long.
up with like a higher force.
Yeah, that's okay.
Or something.
I mean, you know what? Rain
I mean,
comes.
maybe you like them like that. I don't know.
I'm not.
We're gonna.
I'm gonna buy myself something pretty.
When she flows, she flows.
Wow. Okay. So, how was your day? Do you have a favorite waterfall? I do have a favorite waterfall, but first I want to hear from Barton.
You know, I'm stumped on that
It's
one.
kind of
but I-
hard. Like, which ones come to mind right away? There's a couple.
Is it Lewis Creek? That's
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
It's just like
Angel
a simple little hike.
Bass
That's a
Lake.
cool little waterfall, but I was stuck on the your mom joke because I was thinking I like surprises. And I've had a few of those in my lifetime that I was like, well, that was pretty fucking entertaining.
Yeah.
So
Especially the ones that never end. They're like a waterfall.
you just didn't know that was coming. Like, what the fuck? Where? Why? Okay.
But once it came,
we're here now,
then you knew it was coming.
that's gonna make a mess.
And it just keeps going.
Yeah.
You've met those.
Who's cleaning
Where'd
this
you
up?
come
We
from?
know.
Where'd you
Fuck
go?
it. Let's keep going.
You know, I don't want to get too detailed, but there's some. All you have to do is barely knock on the door. You just barely knock on that door, and that's Lewis and Creek.
Less the 4 miles of hiking.
Yeah, without the
I
arduous
mean-
effort.
No hiking necessary.
Sorry, Lele. We hate to put you in this scenario. We know that you have virgin ears, but we appreciate your.
Ah,
Yeah, there we go. But yeah, no, there are some of those waterfalls in this world that exist. Allegedly, there are some.
They exist.
They're wonderful.
I can confirm that.
Yep. So okay, let's see. Favorite waterfall by Sheldon. By Sheldon? From Sheldon. What's Sheldon's favorite?
it's like a
waterfall?
novel.
I haven't been to
Favorite
very many.
waterfall by Sheldon.
I've only been to Whiskey Falls and Lewis Creek, and then Yosemite. That's pretty much the only ones I've seen. And then we tried to go to the ones by the back of Redinger,
Mhm.
and we couldn't get through. Remember? It was like a 2-mile hike, and
So what's your favorite one?
That's very serene.
I don't know.
Nobody can hear it.
The Lewis Falls was nice,
Well,
but
I'm
there's
tr- I'm-
2 right there.
I'm
Yeah,
trying
the,
to get him
the
to
two at
sound-
Lewis Creek are awesome. I'm gonna.
I've
I'm
never
gonna
been to
read-
the second one. I went to the first one. It was a mile hike, and then the other one's about 5 miles past that one.
Well, there's
Waterfall has
when
a
you
sequel?
go down to the creek, you can go right, and it's like a crazy steep drop, or you go left up to the Lewis Creek.
I went to the first one, and it had
That
like
first one though, at the crazy steep drop, is
it
amazing.
was like 20
That's
feet,
a long
and then
hike
there's
down
like
for a because you can't really see the waterfall.
Come on, you do hunting. It's not that big of a hike.
That's
It's like
past
4
tense.
minutes.
That's a lot of effort.
It's like a
Shit, you know?
5-minute walk. It's steep. You're right, but it's like 5 minutes.
Lake McClure this year.
What happened?
McClure.
Here we
I
go.
went
There we go.
in spring.
I haven't heard that in a while.
Well, the river arm, it rained so much. There was like 17 different waterfalls in the river arm. It was crazy. I took
You-
the kids up, and it was just every
Oh,
other
no big
creek arm we went
numbers.
into, there's
Swear.
waterfalls.
So many big numbers. You know what's weird? I have this sound effect. Lele.
Yeah. Oh, Oh my God! I didn't realize that was me.
Whoa.
So I have this sound
Wow.
effect. Barton, I think this goes to yours too. I don't know if it's working. Or not.
What's up?
Do it again.
What's up? That's just
You
that's
don't.
kind of close.
You don't
What?
like this. It
This
doesn't
like-
It's
even.
throwing me off.
It's not even changing your voice.
It sounds like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah, her voice is still exactly the same.
Echo.
I like this. This is fun. Okay, let's get off here. Sorry, I'm losing it here. We're digressing.
That was fun. That was a fun little detour.
It is. It's super cool. My favorite waterfall is Punch Bowl Falls in Oregon. It's like I think Gresham kind of area, but it's beautiful. If anybody from Oregon's watching, sometimes there are. Punch Bowl Falls. It's super green. It's super beautiful. It's super wet. It reminds me of many waterfalls. It's wet. It's a wet waterfall.
My problem is I can't remember anything. So I'm like, yeah, there's some cool
Yeah.
stuff in Montana. That
Yeah.
I saw that
It
was
was
awesome.
a waterfall.
Again, yeah.
So that's your
water came
favorite
over the-
waterfall?
Yeah, came
There you
over the thing, and it was waterfall.
I don't think Montana is real.
Niagara Falls.
You don't think Montana's real?
No.
That's her way of saying "take me." It's like reverse psychology.
Take me.
Yeah.
Who even lives there?
Montana is
that a song?
amazing. Like
Yes.
if you haven't gone, go.
I've been. I lived there for a little while.
Escargot.
Yeah, it is amazing. I was 75 miles away from the. I was 7 miles away from the Canadian border and about 75 miles away due west of Glacier National Park. So it was amazing.
Yeah, my aunt kind of just south of where you were at. She was moved to Noxon,
Okay.
which is, I don't know, 2 hours south of Canada, kind of 12,
Yeah.
15 miles east of Idaho.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like
There's-
southern Montana, but still mountainous.
Stupid. It's like a mountain range, go over another mountain range.
Yeah. Beautiful forever.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful, no doubt. Okay, somebody's asking why is Brody Jade's message blocked? Well, probably because of copyright issue. I'm kidding. I don't know.
Tectard?
I don't know why you would say it's blocked. I don't
Well,
see.
It's Brody.
Did you accidentally
is,
hit it?
Let's find out. No, she's on here.
Is that a misspelling?
said that?
Brody's?
Did you block her?
No, she's on.
No,
she's
no,
coming
no.
through.
Did Mike block her?
Oh, maybe Mike blocked her. That's why.
He blacked out.
Maybe she blocked Mike.
That could.
Whoa.
I
Wow.
believe that one.
Shit.
That's-
Why is
that
Brody
sounds
Jade's
very valid?
dope?
If you're gonna tee it up,
My bad. Okay. Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
Mike
Why are
A?
my messages blocked? Because you're a fucking weirdo. Okay. I'm kidding. That I was
Asking about
being.
cat food and belly buttons.
Easy.
That was a different mic.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
He was getting confused with that mic, and he stuck up for him. I'm not going to go down there. So, any trips planned for this year or next? Yeah, we're going to Vegas, Shelly.
Yeah, we're taking shrooms.
Fucking going to Vegas. What?
Lele.
Huh?
No,
What happened?
Did you hear something?
I can't hear you.
That must
Fuckers.
have been the wind.
you can't hear.
What'd they say?
You can't hear her.
What story?
Wait,
No,
you should
what?
hear. You should hear us in your headset.
Have a drink.
I don't
Have a
know.
drink,
I
Shelly.
think. I think that's why he can't hear us.
You might be right.
Is his headset unplugged? I don't see a cord.
Did you try unplugging it? And
Oh,
plugging it back
there's
in?
a cord. Never mind.
He would sit here for hours back. I can't hear any of you.
Yeah.
He's got his noise canceling headphones.
Motherfucker.
just nodding his head. It's so quiet.
See.
Simon.
See.
He's just the guy in the corner that laughs and falls asleep sometimes. I need to get like a doggy bed and a little fake fire for Sheldon.
Oh my god!
And just a camera that just switches to him every once in a while.
I'd be very content.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to do it.
I'd do it.
Okay, so what was the question? Where do we go? Waterfalls? Oh,
How was
any
your-
trip
how was your
planned?
day?
Vacations.
Any trips planned for this next year? Not
Vegas.
really. You know
Vegas.
what? Look, economically, I don't know if anybody disagrees with me, but economically right now things are tricky for our country, for the world, for many reasons. And so I'm staying home and I'm working and I'm treating right now economically for the next year or two, or until things maybe look different, or maybe they don't. I don't know. But it's kind of like winter financially, I would think, for a lot of people. Not necessarily for me because I'm planning for it, but I think of now as like a time to gather wood for winter that is here or coming. And so I think trips are just going to have to wait until things change. It's not that I'm experiencing hardships. It's that I'm preparing for one if it does happen. So kind of like collecting firewood for the winter. So no trips for me other than Vegas. I lied. We're doing that. But it's literally like 2 nights.
That's the one trip that's going to economically
Yeah,
be
that's
the
gonna-
worst for you.
That's going to actually just ruin everything I've been working for, that
Yeah.
3-day trip.
Yeah, everything's gonna collapse.
Yep. Barton, you down?
I might.
For what? Vegas? I'm
Mhm.
going in like 2 weeks.
So
I don't like Vegas for what it's
No,
worth.
I don't actually like Vegas either, like as a whole, but there's some cool things about it, like here and there. They have specific stuff. So there's a couple clubs, one very specific club I've already forgot the name of, but
I
it looks a
didn't
lot like this
expect that
room.
from you.
Right. So it's a club like in here. Basically, this is what it feels like, but on a large scale. It's very chill. It's very relaxing. Cigars, whiskey. It's pretty much just a grander version of what we're doing right now. And so for that, I would like to go. We're bringing Sheldon. We're going to meet up with some friends there too. And actually, if you went, I think it would be a good fit.
This
And
is pretty
When are you
grand.
guys going?
this is pretty.
It's pretty
grand.
grand.
No, you're right. You're not wrong.
January.
I know.
Yeah, for sure.
Vegas is interesting because there's like so much exuberant money. Like just shit is there. Like if you
Boots?
want to do it, it exists and you can do it.
Boobies?
Right.
You want to go run a fucking trophy truck, you can do that. You want to go do
You
some
wanna eat
other.
sushi off of some lady's body?
Yeah, it's
Go crazy.
it's ridiculous.
Didn't you drive?
You're trying to talk into my ear instead of the mic, and that's where I hear you.
Didn't
But it's
you
okay.
drive,
I got to answer this real quick.
drive a trophy truck?
Anthony.
Well, it's. I mean, isn't that the?
Yeah.
That's Vegas in a nutshell. Is
Well, we
just-
went. We saw Iron Maiden.
Yeah, let me.
And then, we went to a boxing match, and then they drove. I passed out, but they drove trophy trucks.
I hope you didn't pass out in the truck.
No, I was at the rental or whatever it was.
I can't. I haven't been to Vegas in like 5 years. I was looking for rooms. It's like $500 a night. I'm like, what
Really?
the fuck?
All his cousins rented a ARB or whatever. Airbnb.
ARB.
I don't know. What the fuck is it
Airbnb?
called? Airbnb. What the fuck ever.
Airbnb?
Fucking house rental.
They are. They are good.
You know, one of the things I've wanted to do that's around Vegas is I've always wanted to go to Lake Powell and go back in some of the steep Red Rock canyons. Speaking of like crazy waterfalls and shit, there's some cool stuff back there. But
Yeah, I've never explored outside of Vegas. Except the desert. I slept in it once.
was that like involuntary?
I just didn't want to fucking pay $500 for a hotel. So
So
I,
you-
I had a tent and I went out there and I slept and then somebody gave me some tickets to NASCAR. They had NASCAR there. It was
They just gave
Friday,
them?
Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah, they won it on the radio and they couldn't go. And so they gave it to me and I went Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And
Is NASCAR cool? I've never gone to a race. I'm not a NASCAR fan. I
I'm
don't
not a
understand
NASCAR
it.
fan, but it's cool when they're fucking driving by you that fast. It's pretty fucking cool.
I
Okay,
just,
I'm back.
I don't get the
Welcome back.
like
Thank you.
turn left. turn left, and turn left again.
And here we are coming into the corner again. We're going to turn another left.
We've made 4 left turns,
4
and we're on
left.
lap 60. 60
That's
more
the worst
laps
part
and
about
4 left
racing.
turns.
I came into this midstream, but I had to handle some business outside. Not that kind of business. That dude that just walked in was weird earlier. We handled it though.
The door?
I don't know if it was a guy or a girl.
Yeah,
That
I
was
guess
kind of a threat.
he was for the neighbor.
Oh.
He probably got the doors mixed up, and because they were in there throwing a party.
You got like a massage parlor neighbor? Or something?
Yeah. I didn't see the color. Couldn't see the color. Couldn't see the color. But I'm okay. Let's get another question out here. Do you guys see anything coming through the live stream that we should be addressing? Because I haven't really been. I haven't been paying attention.
I can not see very well.
Let's see here.
And I can't
Winter
read,
is
so.
coming.
This is down, lava. Okay. Yeah, I don't see any questions. If you guys have any questions, you guys want to chime in on anything, or if you just want to hear us rant and rave, feel free to do so. Yeah, continue.
Have
Let's
you
proceed.
been? We were chatting a little bit while you're out. Have you been to Lake Powell or any of the seen
Yeah.
any of the shit that's in the back?
Mhm.
That's like one of the things that's on my bucket
Beautiful.
list. I want to do.
Beautiful, dude. There's, I mean, depending on, I guess, what you're trying to do, there's so many endless things out there in those deserts that are just worth going to and seeing. So many wonderful things.
That and I don't know why, but I kind of want to go down to Joshua Tree and just
Yeah.
check it out.
You know what?
And like winter is like the time to go.
There's only one reason, so far as I can tell, and I've only drove through it during the day, and it was very uneventful because it's a nighttime issue there. Like that's what you want to be there for. The actual place, dude. If you're from California, you drove through Mojave a million times. I don't know. I just don't see the draw. Maybe I'm missing it, but there's no real draw besides the night sky because it's one of the best places to observe the night sky. Is Joshua Tree.
There's been a few years, 'cause we used to get on a Baja all the time, that it rained tremendously and the desert will like bloom. It doesn't happen
yeah.
all the time, and that's really cool when
Especially
that happens.
super blooms.
Yeah,
If you go to
whatever
have you went to Death Valley? Like you've been around and in and out. And
I've been
outside of-
around there, but not spent much
Dude,
time down there.
Oh my God. Death Valley is like Joshua Tree, whatever, but like Death Valley, dude, that place is remarkable. There's some dreamscape type shit there.
Thank you. I made it myself.
Wow. Really, that makes sense now. It's a very
Yeah.
fragile place. Lots of people die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're talking about.
You never been.
I've never been anywhere. I've been out of state.
She's
3
just trying to
times my
chime
whole
in.
life.
I've been out of state. I think
And
Costco
all-
once, and
Yeah. It's my favorite state.
it's. I like Costco. Yeah, that's.
I really don't like Costco.
No, neither do I.
I
But
really
Death
don't.
Valley is a really remarkable place. If you got, has anybody in this room ever explored Death Valley?
Never explored there.
Wow. So
Negative.
you just drove through, never like stop. Because if you drive through, you kind of miss it.
Coops?
Yeah. Coots, what'd you say?
You been there?
You've been
So-
to Coots?
Yes, Coots, Washington.
That's
No,
good.
what's crazy is if you go through Death Valley, there's endless stuff. Like you could look up images. You should look it up right now and show Barton. There's a place called Rainbow Mountain that at the right time of day, especially after a rain, if you get like a sort of monsoon rain, it soaks the whole place and the colors come out. It's kind of like a nice piece of wood, and then all of a sudden you put a varnish over it, and all of a sudden you see just shit that you didn't see before. There's a whole mountain that looks like that with all the colors of the rainbow. It's literally right. Well, show them Rainbow Mountain.
I think
I
that was
think
the psychedelics.
the thing it's like false advertising
shit,
with the
that's
desert
beautiful.
is that 99% of the time it looks like you would expect, and then it's that 1% of the time it's like this is fucking
Well,
epic.
yeah, sort of, but no, it's still
Holy shit!
yeah. That's Rainbow Mountain.
But
dude.
that's like what, like 3 times a year
No.
that's gonna happen?
No. You can go there and see it. Not quite that vivid all the time, but enough that it's remarkable all year.
Do you think you
Just
could
go
pee on
whenever.
that mountain enough to
I-
change the color?
My dad
I
could.
have to ask.
My dad's been holding it for 30 years. So I think my dad could do
God.
that. Yeah. Yeah, it's just it's urinating. What? But no, Rainbow Mountain,
It's gonna
dude.
be a pee off.
Pee
He
off
who
mountain.
scores the most colors wins.
Oh my
Wow. So we're gonna eat Skittles and go over there. But go
Taste
to
the
Rainbow
rainbow.
Mountain. There's also a place you can look this up real quick, Lele, if you
I'll
want
do
to
it.
as well. Look up there's sand dunes right dead center for no reason. You're just driving through a desert, and then all of a sudden there's snow-capped mountains in the background, and you start to notice there's like sand kind of starting to encroach over the actual roadway, so it kind of starts disappearing. So you have to slow down, and before you know it, you're in a sand oasis. Like it's just like Pismo out of nowhere, but way more extreme. The dunes are like you could sled on them, like you could just body surf down them. They're insane out of nowhere, and then they just disappear as you're driving.
Have you ever
What
been
am I
to
looking at?
Dumont?
I've been to Dumont.
Not Dumont. What's the other one that's
Jawbone,
Glamis?
Glamis, yeah.
Glamis.
Glamis
This is
was
not
I've gone on
real
there a few
words.
times.
These are not-
You
Lele is lost because she's never been.
you
to any of these
lose
places.
people in
And-
Glamis. Like if you're riding a dirt
Yeah.
bike or
Oh
quad,
yeah.
especially at night, you
Yeah.
go over. You're like, where the
Yes.
hell? I was with 15 guys. I'm by myself now.
Yes.
Where did everybody go?
Right. Death
It's-
Valley is similar to that sort of, but there's
Did
so
you,
many
like,
mountain
black
ranges
out?
you're going through. You just
Is
that's
what?
Lele's go-to. You just black out. You had too much to drink. You just lose your
No,
friends.
no, like you just.
No, all the sand dunes are
No,
like these
they're-
extremely
it's
steep
just
peaks, and
But-
you'll drop over one on a dirt bike, and somebody turned left, and you went right or something, and the next thing you know, they're like a quarter mile away. You have no idea where
You're in
everybody
another
went.
country.
It's
What am I looking up, Josh?
My cousin went to Glamis and they picked
That was
up some
that was
hitchhikers.
awesome. You should have.
And they woke up the next morning and the hitchhikers stole their car.
What?
They picked
That's
up some
fucked up.
hitchhikers on the way to Glamis, and then they left the
well,
keys.
don't
in
you
the,
normally drop the
That's what I'm saying,
hitchhikers
like-
off?
No,
I picked
they,
up some hitchhikers up in the desert.
no, they took them with
Super
them.
safe.
And there was women. It was 2 girls,
That's even worse.
and they woke up the next morning and they stole the car.
They were. The worst part is they were shocked. They were surprised. Like, no.
Yeah, their wallet, everything, cell phones, wallets, everything.
Yeah, exactly. Just hitchhiking through the desert. I've done it before, but I'm also a different kind of
There's
guy.
a lot of cops out there too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not too. worried.
Glamis was
I'm like
fucking
3 with it.
ridiculous. I didn't know that they had that many. I didn't know that much money went to the desert. And
Yeah.
those guys are rolling out in sand rails that are $400,000 or $500,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Or $1 million
then the
super
Ain't
trucks.
that where that concert is too?
Sheldon, you have some directions.
Don't fall asleep.
I'm tired.
Are you?
I've been
That
up
5-hour
since
workday,
fucking-
dude, it'll get to you.
I've been up since 4:30.
That 5-hour work.
I've been up
day.
since
Come on.
1:30 in the morning.
Lele, you have? Jeez, you're fucking.
Can you imagine how much better that tattoo would have been if I slept?
I couldn't imagine how much
You
better your
can't-
responses would
You
be.
don't say
I
that
know
on
I can't. I
camera.
cannot
Insomnia.
speak or understand English. You guys are
You can't sleep in
speaking in tongues.
I'm surprised she just admitted that live on camera. I hope this person doesn't watch.
What? Oh.
You know how much better it would have been if I would have actually cared?
No.
For what it's
I
worth,
tried
it
to
was pretty
sleep. I-
pretty amazing for what it was. So.
Thank you. Wow.
But imagine.
Guys, I'm blushing.
No,
Imagine
I-
I-
That was,
I think
joking.
I think she made a typographical error in that statement, so we're just gonna fix that. I don't think that's what she meant.
Yeah, typo.
Okay,
Verbal
so
typo.
next question. Let's go to the next question. This is kind of weird, and I usually wouldn't read these kinds of questions or whatever's, but here we go. Handsome,
That's the question.
Thank you.
handsome.
Thank you as always.
I'm just gonna say it one more time, Sheldon.
Well, with you and
Handsome.
the earphones, it sounds like you're like whispering in my ear.
Handsome.
Yeah.
Get closer, Barton. Come on, let's do
Hold
this.
on, let me squeeze the headphones.
There we go. Handsome.
I want it all the way in my
You know
ears.
what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give Barton a little bit of love. Barton,
How you
Do you want to
Yeah.
hear, Coop?
How
handsome.
you
Want the
doing?
headset?
Do you like that?
Come on.
Yeah.
Coots.
Yeah.
Say it louder.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Handsome. This is getting really weird, really quick. This is odd. This
Well,
is
go ahead,
strange.
read the question. Come on.
No, there's actually a question besides that. Thank you, Miss Coots. A female calling the father a biatch in front of a child posting a video. Is it ick or what do you think? I don't know what this is. A female calling a father in front of the child and posting it in a video.
So
I don't know.
like,
That's super
I
random.
think it needs
Um,
context. If
Yeah, I
it's
don't know.
funny, it could be hilarious.
Quit being a
But
And-
if not, it's just tacky.
And
like,
what if he just doesn't know how to change a tire? He's a like if the dude if she's like broke down on the side. I don't know. There's no context, but it's a female calling a father a biatch in front of children and posting it in a video. Well, if he isn't holding down the fort,
Well, what if it's factually accurate and the dude's a biatch?
Yeah, that's what I'm
like,
saying.
What, you know. Well, maybe it's a learning lesson.
yeah,
for
maybe those
both of
kids
them.
need to recognize.
He should learn, and the child should learn.
factually a bitch.
They best
Yeah.
recognize.
100%.
He could
bitch.
be factually a bitch, or it could be like actually funny. I mean, just-
Objectively a bitch.
But I think a better way to answer this in a more mature way, everybody, would be would be to
Watch your mouth.
We're
watch your
gonna
mouth.
do things in a mature way now.
Watch your fucking
All of a
mouth.
sudden,
Watch your
I still
fucking-
can't count or read. So
I just wanted to make. If we're turning a chapter
on that.
and we're going left, he said mature. We're gonna do things in a mature way now.
Oh.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
They'll say
This
it.
is a Dr. Phil moment. No, definitely don't put down the other parent in front of your children ever, because you're supposed to be a team so that your kids can respect and look up to you and look to you for guidance. That's not going to help if you're destroying that program. So it's even if they deserve it, it's not a good idea, and I would refrain from it at all costs because you're only hurting your children. So that's the only way I can answer that. Did I cover? Is that good? Are we?
That's actually a great response, and I
That's-
appreciate that.
That was epic. That was epic, Josh.
Thank you so very
You're
much.
very welcome.
So we can get a little Dr. Phil on it in this episode.
That was great. That was
appreciate
10,
it.
10 out of 10.
You guys are great.
Badass.
That's awesome. Love the voices. This is fun.
That shit
Thank
don't
you.
work.
Got it. What happened, Shelly?
None of this works.
Oh, that's because you're stuck on this, and we're going to go back. Sorry. You can actually shuffle through. You'll get this eventually, but see how you're shuffling through different menus?
One day you'll be a seasoned snail. That's
One
what
day-
you said.
One day you could be like me and season that snail.
Whoa.
I've never claimed to be a
Seasoned
seasoned
shell.
snail.
Seasoned
a-
shell?
Ain't that what you said?
Maybe. Season.
What if it's got everything seasoning on it?
Does somebody just say anal or snail?
Snail.
Did you just hear what you want? Anal. I heard it.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm
Is
just
that a
hearing,
statement or an offer?
if I'm only hearing what I want, then it was an offer.
Well,
It should be.
I'll run.
Huh?
This is great. I think actually we got to all the questions. Let me double check, just because we didn't get to all the questions. We got to all the questions submitted. There's other questions I've gotten through my DMs, which I will never share. I'm only bringing that up because everybody in this room got to hear it. There's no way I'm going to actually read it. So every once in a while, I like to just kind of leave that as a teaser. But sometimes people ask me questions that just it doesn't surprise me actually, but it's fun. It's like when a scary movie happens, or when you're watching one and you're not actually scared, but there's no point in watching it. You just let it happen. Like you got to let that movie in and just act scared. It's like more fun to go, oh shit, because otherwise you're just watching a movie going, this isn't real. This isn't real. So anyway, Natalie, you said you had a question.
Hey, what happened to Keith, bud?
The what?
Keith, Josh.
I don't think you can ask him what
Next
is
door.
the weirdest message he's ever gotten.
Sheldon. Yeah, knock on the guy's door next door.
Maybe that's how they came in.
He borrowed it and probably didn't bring it back. Go see if it's open.
It was locked.
They have the key next door. Okay, sorry about that. There was a question asked. What was it? Oh, I wouldn't. The weirdest message I've ever received, I could never. I would not be able to even pinpoint that. Like I've received some weird. I've just.
That's an ongoing occurrence.
Yeah. No. Like
You're like a collection of oddities and curiosities.
I'm a museum.
Yeah,
Of
I mean, that's
DMs.
like, it's an unanswerable question. They don't stop. It just you're like gravity to strange things.
Okay, I'll give you one. I'll give you something. So you kind of said like, what's the strangest message I've ever gotten, which I could never distill, but I can give you a recent one. Somebody I don't really know and have very little interaction with whatsoever that doesn't warrant any sort of response like this, but a person literally confessed their love to me and was like, you're so amazing. I'm in love with you. You're everything to me, all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know how
Yeah, yeah, I'm awesome.
whatever. I don't know how somebody could just throw that around. Like that seems like so, like something has to be wrong with you to, yeah. And to have never, I don't know. That's just such a weird, if it's a surprise to the person you're telling it to, it's probably too early. Like,
Is that sliding into the DMs or is that blowing the DMs up?
that's, yeah, that's like not checking the depth of the water and just going, hey, let's just go. I just switched to, look what happened to our show. Sorry, Layla.
It was probably from me.
It could have been from you. No, I've gotten some weird stuff in regards to that, like people's affection. You know what gets me is when you share, let's say, how do I say this accurately without a long story? Probably impossible. When you are, I want to say an open book, but when you share things that are meaningful, like Dr. Phil moments online, you're trying to be serious, you're trying to share insight or motivation or inspiration. And then people chime in with you, which is good. You want to have a community and you want to be able to connect with people and you want that sort of feedback, I guess. But some people, okay, I'm getting breathy again. You know when someone asks you, how's your day? And they don't actually want to know? And I don't mean like in passing. I mean like, oh, hey, how was your day? What are they actually asking you?
Do you ever ask them, do you really want to know?
Sometimes.
Or is that just me?
No, I do. But not with such a Jack Nicholson type voice. Yeah, I wish I had that. But No, I don't.
You have that.
No,
Oh, come on.
no, you have it. Stop it.
That's like one of my favorite things to do when somebody goes, "How was your day? Do you really want to
Do
know?"
you really want to know?
And they're like, "Maybe." Like, do you really, really want to know? Do you have time? Sit down.
I like to say, have a seat and let's have a conversation.
It would be amazing if everyone could hear these sounds.
They can hear this one. If you would have a seat and we're going to have a conversation, we're going to talk about. I think it's weird when people ask that because what they're actually asking is give me a little bit of feedback so that I can tell you how my day was. That's what they actually mean.
Well, that's why I rebuttal with that. I don't want to know about your day.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, do you really want to know? Because I don't want to know about yours. And I think that's the segue. I think it's a segue. Oh, Natalie wants to hear it. So when people ask, like, how was your day? They don't really want to know. What they're actually asking is, will you listen to me? Do I matter? Am I important? Are my feelings validated? Can I share something with you just as a segue to open up my heart and my soul? Can I share the deepest? No, I don't want to know about your day. Like, I don't. So when people ask me that, I'm like, please don't share. Please don't. So that's kind of what people do in my DMs. They'll respond to something I post or say or whatever my sort of rant is for the week. Like right now, I'm very anti-school and very pro save the dudes because we need to, and like they're falling apart and every woman knows it. But it's not a woman's job to fix men. It's Dr. Phil stuff. I call it Dr. Phil, even though he's gone off the deep end too. But it's more like a Oprah moment in those ways. And I share those types of things all the time. And I have a philosophy that I don't think women and children are here to save the world. I think it's men that have to be the most optimal so that they can save the women and children. And women aren't here to save us, and they never will. And it's not, you can't blame them for it. It's not their job. It's like saying, men are falling apart today, but where are all the women that say, poor men, we got to save them? Dude, not their job. Not only not their job biologically. They're not built for it. It's not their spirit. It's not their soul. So men, nobody's coming to save you. Got to help each other. And I talk about that shit a lot. And then people slip into my DMs and try to meet me there. But what they're actually trying to do is be like, I'm one of those smart, independent women who's tough and strong. And I have a hard time like getting a man to like, how come men don't like strong, independent women? We don't like masculine women. That's all. It's not that we be independent, be smart, be strong, make up for the loss of these weak men. Fine. We need you. But we're not attracted to strong. Well, Barton, what do you think about that? Am I going down a rabbit hole that we've had these conversations
you
before?
Package so much up in that box. I don't even know how to like fucking
like,
pull a string
where?
to stop.
Yeah. Where? Take off your shirt. Just take off your shirt.
I need to go pee.
Why don't you go piddle? Why don't you go waterfall?
Where's my cat litter?
Good to your waterfalls.
Where's my cat litter?
Get your cat litter and you can go piddle. And then after that,
Well, let's
come back with your shirt off.
Let's go back to your questions, and I'll go take a walk. Fuck, you covered a lot. Like strong women, I like strong women. That's fine, right? I'm not looking for a woman to save me.
Sure.
I like if you can accompany me, if you're additive to, like you add to,
Complimentive.
Awesome.
Yes.
Right, but don't be detrimental.
Yeah.
And don't.
What'd you say?
Did you lock the door?
Yeah.
No.
That's one thing I don't believe in is equality. I don't
buy that, and I'll probably get blown up for saying that. Like men and women are not the same. We're not equal.
We're not.
Women do things that men can never do. They're
Yes.
sensitive. They're caring. They deal with stuff that guys just suck at. Like we're built differently.
They know our star signs.
No.
I mean, they do. I'm just saying.
No.
Women are really good at a lot of things, like having babies and being sensitive.
Giving
and caring.
what?
And giving babies.
Oh.
They're really good at those things and knowing what your star sign is, even though it doesn't fucking matter. It's not real. She's like, I don't know my star sign.
I see that shit every once in a
Like
while on like
Virgos?
Instagram, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you
Capricorn.
talking about? The moon is
I don't know what they
aligned with
mean,
the
but-
what?
Yeah.
The
They don't-
salt rock lamp has a what? And it
Mercury
glows.
is in
Mercury
Gatorade.
rising. It's in Gatorade.
Mercury and Gatorade.
Mercury and
Retrograde.
Gatorade's in retrograde.
Yeah.
What's funny about it too is like I like to whenever the star signs come up because I fucking hate it. It's pet peeve, not phobia, but absolute personal pet peeve. Star signs, because I like to ask them like, okay, out of the 12 constellations that represent the months in which we were born, who picked those 12, and why not the other like hundreds of other constellations that
Well, and
exist?
how is it that everybody gets lumped into a gross generalization? So if you're a
Oh,
Sagittarius,
what a
then-
guy!
then everybody now is grossly aggregated into you must fit in this box.
It's
like
that
the exact
predictable?
It's the exact
Oh my
opposite of what
God,
those
Justin,
people
you must
typically
be a
want.
Gemini.
No,
I don't know what that means.
He's a fucking Libra.
I'm
Let
a
me-
fucking pain in the ass. Get it right.
Yeah, Libra, aka Gemini. You're on the cusp.
No.
No,
You're a
No.
Libra,
am I?
I think.
What?
I don't know.
You're a Libra.
I'm a Virgo, allegedly.
Nobody even knows what any of this shit
I don't.
means.
Yeah,
That's the truth.
She's a Virgo?
I'm a Virgo.
I like how
Fucking-
these conversations go from like, "How was your day?
How was your
What's your
day?
favorite waterfall?" There was no, and the actual wait. The question was, "What's the craziest D?" Wait, what? Natalie, did you say what's the craziest DM you got? Okay.
DM.
Wait, I wasn't here for this.
Should I scroll through?
Oh, fuck.
Sorry,
I wasn't here.
it was a good question. I should scroll through.
What were the answers?
No, I feel
Oh,
like
God.
I feel like
You
this
want
is
me
a
to go
rabbit
there.
hole that you should just avoid and lump this into like a star sign gross generalization.
Yeah.
They get fucking weird.
Yeah,
And
let's
just
get
leave it
weird.
at that.
Let's get it real weird.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Because you could spend
Come on, Josh.
you could spend artistic freedom 100 to 200 just going over crazy fucking DMs and you wouldn't even scratch
Right.
the surface.
No, you know what, dude?
This guy.
You're not wrong. And you know what? I will say this too, because I know plenty of women who are open enough with me to really, let's say, trust me enough to show me their DMs, right? Like, if you really want to understand women, actually, even better, if you want to understand men, I'd say even both, but especially if you want to understand what men are actually like, because we as men don't really know what we're like because we're not dating ourselves too often. But so what I'm saying is there's plenty of dudes out there that you would think are tough and strong and all this stuff, and then you see them in the DMs of other women, and I'm just gonna say I'm not promoting going and bashing people or throwing people under the bus or what's the word, like
What?
not hazing stuff. Like I'm not saying names. I'm not saying names. But what I am saying is, if you really want to understand what guys are mostly like, especially from a woman's perspective, find a woman you trust that can show you the DMs of these dudes who slip in there and the shit. Dude, I'm gonna tell you,
Have you done that?
Trauma.
Dude, I feel like I understand people quite a bit. Like I'm very inquisitive and very interested in psychology and humans and behavior, and I find it fascinating beyond pretty much anything else in this world. And so I like to see it as like a big hobby. My point is, when you slip into when you see somebody else's DMs and the way guys slip into them and the things they say and do, bro, telling you, it's like, no, you wouldn't believe it. Like dudes just straight up offering you money. Why don't you like me? Is it like such
But then
scary?
it's so counterintuitive to how we're like wired to operate, right? Like people want what they can't have. And it's like the strangest thing to me, these guys that are like what I would say
Yeah,
undesirable,
met
but if they have the attitude of indifference, then they become desirable because they no longer care.
Okay.
It's weird.
So I think what it is there's like this really sad. Okay, I don't think there's a girl in the room that will disagree with me here. There is dudes. They look so girls like to be nice. Really, I think what it actually means. Sorry to put you under the bus. It's not that they're throwing you under the bus. Is that not that you're trying to be nice? They like to keep the attention. They don't really want to converse too much with you, and they definitely don't want your time. But they definitely want you to keep watching. They want you to keep. Women don't want you to leave. They want you to just look. They want to be seen. They want the attention a lot of the times. They're not going to like shut that off. So what they have to do is be nice. But really what they're saying is, I want to trail you along for a little bit. And then the guys come in and try to feed off that, right? Because they want the girls want the attention.
Well,
But then the guys will put themselves in a position thinking, oh, that means she's given me some little inkling of a way in. And then they're like, ooh, I'm going to get it. And then when it doesn't work out because they don't realize what's really going on, then they get desperate. And that's when they show who they really are. And that fucking shit, seeing that, dude, terrifies me.
Well, I think it terrifies you because you're I don't want to say fascinated. You have a unique focus.
I'm fascinating.
Well, okay, fair enough. You have a focus on like an alpha male, right? Like the hunter straight up, like my focus is on killing, right? Like the chase and the kill.
He's a
And
murderer.
you find that odd because you're hardwired for the chase and the kill. And so what you see that as is there's the, one that strays from the pack. Now there's a chase and a kill. And then the guy goes from a chase to a kill to like folded biatch. Was
Yeah.
that the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
from earlier, right?
Yeah,
Bring it
that's what it
full
was.
circle. So
Uh-huh.
it's like, how did you do that? Like, I thought you were a killer. Now you're a fucking, no.
Right. They're a sheep in wolf's clothing.
Self-proclaimed nice guys.
Yes. Yes. That's what it is. So that's what gets me is because I don't see that. And I don't really, because I don't live my life that way. And I don't have people around me like that. And if I do, I don't see it because I'm not the girl on the other side getting that sort of attentions. But when you are, dude, I'm telling you, you go into a woman that you trust that is willing to show you those DMs that they're getting. Wow, that'll just it's mind blowing. It really is, and I'm sure it probably could be the same in regards to like maybe a girl seeing a guy's DM to be able to see like, look, this is the kind of response we actually get from females. Like girls all day, you'll hear, of course, talk because they get a lot of the attention. Guys give it. Guys aren't getting a lot of the attention. Oftentimes, most guys aren't. So they don't know a lot of the ways. They're not very familiar or in touch or in tune. They're not getting the signals of how women respond because they don't respond to most of these men. The few men that do know about the way women respond, we're going to keep it to ourselves. We're not going to like go out and tell everybody. We're like, hey, we're getting
You're
attention.
taking all the fun.
Yeah,
out
we're
of
just we're just going to keep it. But the rest of the guys, they don't get to know. So it's really insightful. And I don't think most women.
And it makes it worse for them. I feel like.
Oh, way worse. Way for both. And the women get tired of it. They're like, this is fucking annoying. And the
Which
dudes,
works well for those of us that are still.
yeah. No, it helps us.
Yeah.
No, it
well,
only helps, and it sucks for the dudes who
recycle?
reuse, recycle, reduce, reuse, and recycle. Is that what it was? Reduce,
Something?
reuse, recycle.
Something.
It is. So look,
You're
there's
saying too many words that start with the same.
there was this meme that I saw once, and it said something like, and I actually reposted something sort of like it, that women have babies with alphas and raise them with betas. That sucks. Like how many dudes are out there raising like stepkids? And I'm not saying don't do it. That's bad. I think we need everything. We need it all. We need the whole gamut of people to exist. But the women will have the babies with the alpha dudes, but those alpha dudes come with a certain set of you're going to have a certain set of expectations with that type of a man, right? That certain behavioral expectations you don't want to have to live with.
This
And-
reminds me of that like Ron White comedy thing where
Oh,
he's
no.
talking about Tiger Woods,
Okay.
and then his buddies talking to his buddy, and is like, I don't remember the whole skit, but the buddy's wife gets mad, or he gets in trouble because he like cheats on a gal, and then he's like, well, think about Tiger Woods, like, so he had sex with like 500 girls, but think about all the girls he turned down.
Right.
And his buddy like was 1 for 1, like got one offer and took one shot. It's like he's 100% fucked up.
One
and
shot,
Tiger
one
Woods-
kill.
Yeah. Tiger Woods is
He's
like,
got some self control. He only
ju-
does it like 5% of the
yeah,
time.
5% of the times 500 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know the struggle, guys. I'm sorry to tell you, but most of you men, you just guys don't know the
The
struggle.
struggle is crabs.
A hole in
The
one.
struggle is crabs and wrap it up or pack it up, sister, because you're gonna have a big family. Fucking Muhammad, not Gandhi. What was the guy's name that had all the kids?
Mike
Gandhi.
Tyson? No.
No, back in the day,
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. That would be awesome. A
No,
bunch of
what's
killers.
the other one? The sandwich maker guy?
Dude, I don't know. Are you watching
The other
infomercials?
boxer?
Is this an infomercial thing?
Is that Jared?
The frogs are gay.
The frogs are gay. I don't know. I was actually thinking about an ancient person.
Oh, it's King George.
What?
George Foreman.
He's not ancient.
He's got
but
like
you-
35
Wait, you
kids.
The guy
changed
with
it
the
up on
George.
me. My brain was still buffering, and then you changed it up.
Foreman does have a lot.
Wow.
He's George 1, George 2.
Yeah, he's got like 15
George
kids
two,
named George.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, I was actually thinking
Sort of
about I'm forgetting his name. There's an old ancient warrior, conqueror, who had like babies all over the world.
Mm.
No, nobody's got it. It's-
Lele.
I'm sorry. Lele is the conqueror.
But
Lele's
isn't-
tearing it
I
up.
mean, that's kind of the way that like nature works. I mean, if you skip humans, but like there's not 15 bulls in a herd.
Nope.
There's one.
That's my whole point. Lions,
there's not
wolves,
5 bulls in a
alphas.
herd of elk. There's one.
That's why I'm not complaining about the said dynamics. I'm just stating the dynamics. So I think it's a good point though to bring up regarding that is generally speaking, the women want to have the babies with the alphas and they want to raise the babies with the betas because the betas are safe and they'll stick around. And no women are trying to fight you for them.
Bitch.
Genghis Khan, that was who I was thinking. There we go.
Genghis
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate
well,
it.
two
people
If
said
you
it.
can
Thank you.
explain this one, why do the women always want to have the babies with the alphas and then turn the alphas into betas?
Because that
Alphas
is
are
okay.
sexy
Okay.
motherfuckers.
No.
Look at his skinny jeans, huh?
Put on a maid costume.
I did not do that.
They got white
Sheldon is
Shelly,
Sheldon. That is so
what
weird.
happened to me?
What the fuck is that?
I don't know where that came from.
How's
That
she
was
do
Am I
awesome.
that?
normal? Okay.
Yeah, he pressed.
That was awesome, Shelly.
I don't know what I did.
I don't remember what I said, but that was
That was
good.
awesome.
I don't know. I thought it was Mickey Mouse.
Wait, Justin, are you legitimately asking why? Like, why do they have the babies with the alphas? Okay, because it's obvious, right? I would say it's obvious that why they have the babies with the alphas and then raise them with the betas, because the alphas are going to go out and have more babies, because that's who the women are selecting to have sex with. And the betas are safe because they'll stay and they'll give you their money and they'll give you the resources and they betatized. They have to sweeten up the deal with you and give you. Yeah, they're betatized. He's like, oh, I don't want to hear this.
Just start with the beta and make them an alpha.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
There you go.
That's like saying I'm gonna turn a hoe into a housewife.
Wow.
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's kind of like saying the same thing. And people say you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, and I also agree that you can't turn a housewife into a hoe. I don't think it's possible because I think if she was a hoe, then that's what she would act like. Yeah, and if she's a housewife, she's not going to go do the classic hoe type things. Just like a alpha male is not. You can think of beta as an alpha for a little while, and you can also think an alpha is a beta for a little while because he's being nice to you. But you give it a little bit of time, you'll see through the truth. And either one of those, each one of those guys are going to have with a certain set of expectations you're going to have to deal with. And most women don't want to deal with the alpha expectations. So they'll deal with the beta, but they don't want to have the babies. I think biologically, deep down inside, they do not want to have the babies with the beta males. They just know that's like.
Because they'll have little pussy fucking kids.
Bingo.
I didn't know that's where he's going. I just heard, yeah, because they're going to have a bunch.
They want man kids.
Yeah, they want.
But then they want the guy that stick around to fucking raise them.
Yeah. Somebody said it's in our nature to want the strongest man. Yeah, I think it's the strongest man with the most resources that will stick for you the longest.
The bitch.
Would you, so somebody says, would you rather be the cheater or be cheated on? That's easy. What? I would way rather be the cheater. No, yeah, either. But that's a reality of life. See, that's a thing that if you, well, I think it always has been. I think especially with men. I mean, I think men have always been, especially
cheated on. You know that's not the one. Bye, Felicia.
Yeah,
Right?
I got different opinions about
Fucking
that.
Kick her off.
I think there's a cultural expectation, which isn't a bad one. There's a cultural expectation of staying monogamous, which is probably very healthy and very useful in today's world. It's probably a very spiritual thing. I don't think there's anything spiritual about going out and experiencing a bunch of partners. But I think there's something very spiritual with it. I always look at it like this. I've said this a lot of times on the show where how good and comfortable is a nice soft seat after you've been working your ass off all day standing on your feet?
Pretty fucking nice.
And then all of a sudden you sit down and you're like, wow, that feels good. But that seat, if you sat in it all day, how does it feel when you get up and sit back down? It's like, it's kind of getting painful.
It's like bed at the end of the night.
It's like food too. If you wait to eat all day,
Yeah.
the food's really good, and then you take another bite and it's not as good.
Right. But that
It's
first
good,
bite,
but it's not as good.
Yes.
You wait for what you really want.
or when
Instead
you're
of fucking
hungry, everything sounds
satisfying
good.
for
When you're hungry,
McDonald's.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I
That's
think
like our steak dinner tonight was fucking amazing.
nobody can hear him, but there's a mic right here. Thank you, Shelly. So
Sorry, fuck.
Eat the mic, Shelly.
I
Eat
know.
the
and
mic.
I went to my buddies today, and he's all, "Hey, get closer to the mic."
he
when
never
you talk."
talks into the mic.
I never fucking talk into the mic.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyways, so we covered a lot of ground there. I hope you guys got something out of that. We've been going
Next
for
question.
2
Next
hours.
question. What's the next question?
Mike says society has set unnatural rules on us. Mikey, I think unnatural is a fair word, but I also think if you're thinking about it deeper, unnatural is the wrong word because there's lots of things we quote unquote do that are unnatural, like fly in airplanes and take medicine, and there's all kinds of things like heart transplants and maybe metal in our bodies is unnatural to be able to help us repair. But I think that kind of stuff is unnatural, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't do it. Wendy says monogamy is still attractive. Look, I don't even want to go down that road because I also have, of course, plenty of feelings about that.
Talk to your partner.
Yes,
Come
talk
to
to-
an agreement.
Talk to your partner.
Yeah.
You know, come to agreement. But see, the thing is, Lele, about that, you have to be first be able to be honest with yourself, which is hard because especially if you're young, how can you be at this point?
Yeah.
And then,
fucking stupid.
and how can they know? Like, how can they actually know what they? People have intentions, good intentions, a lot of times, but that doesn't mean that's what they're actually going to do. So that again, it's
It's a slippery slope.
It's a
Josh.
slippery slope. It really
It's a
is.
slippery
It's
slope.
hard.
And we're sliding.
We're slipping. We're slipping and sliding. It's our favorite waterfall.
Your mom.
Yeah.
Your mom.
So somebody said, "Well, I don't want to be cheated on." So if it's the ultimatum, then we know what we're picking.
I would take it.
Wait, take what?
I would get cheated on.
Yeah, before you would cheat.
Yeah.
Really?
Probably. Yep. That way I get to.
I think
I know
would
she
too.
wasn't the one.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? Fucking, it makes it easier to say goodbye.
So I guess if we're talking about morally speaking, but I would say fuck that. I don't want to get cheated on. But if it's gonna, if one has to decide, then I'm gonna fucking do it. Fuck that. I'm out of here.
I think either answer is fair.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's inevitable that one,
if it's one or the other.
it really actually doesn't matter if
Yeah.
it's that. But I would definitely say that there's value to, obviously, there's value to monogamy. Otherwise, it wouldn't exist. But there's also value in understanding what humans really truly are and taking us. It's like a dog, right? You could say, "Oh, I walked up to a stray dog," and most of these labs are usually nice. That doesn't mean you just go up to it and start petting it, right? You're still going to go with caution because even if the dog was trained correctly, you don't know. The owner could say, "This dog has always been sweet and never bit anybody." Does that mean the dog's never going to bite somebody? No,
but
because
it
there's
depends
nature.
on what you value, like you personally value in a dog. If you want the dog to bite,
Sure.
then
Right.
you're
with a pet
in
snake.
favor of that. If you don't want the dog to bite and you want it to be your best friend, then
What about
that's
a
how you value it.
what about a snake? Snakes bite.
Snakes
Right.
bite.
There's a snake in your boot,
And
Shelly.
people, there's a snake in my.
So what we're talking about is like human nature. There's always going to be human nature involved, and people want to act like you could just like clean slate it and say, "Here's my agenda," and then stick to it. I'm sorry, but we're fucking animals. We're absolute animals, and I think our primitive brain overrides our societal conditions very more often than people actually realize. Okay, so someone's saying monogamy isn't for everyone. 100%. The younger generations aren't putting the same values on love. It's sad. I don't know. Again,
What is love?
what is love? I don't even think love's. I
it
think
up.
people put too much value personally on what they think love is. Sounds grim, but I think so. Mike says, "I will not be the cheater, especially knowing what it's like to be cheated on."
Calm bullshit.
Look, here's the thing about cheating. Yeah, bullshit. But here's the thing about cheating. If we set up parameters and expectations, and we both live by them, and somebody breaks them, like you're playing a game, you have a set of parameters, and somebody goes outside those parameters, that's cheating. If the rules are this and you go outside of those rules, that's cheating. Who sets up the rules regarding relationships? Typically, both sides come together and set up the parameters. Well, also, if you're going to try to do this, I'll go here. If you're going to do this without outside the parameters of God's law, which is a totally different issue, but if you think about it this way, where does the idea of marriage, monogamy, relationships, the father, the mother, the leader of the household, where does all this come from? It's a very biblical thing. It's a very religious thing. So if you want to try to do this outside of it and saying, "Oh, it's 2023, things are different," sure. And marriages don't last. People don't stay together. Kids are born out of wedlock more than not. Most kids are born in single family homes and single mother homes, namely. So if you want to go down that rabbit hole, really, it's a whole different conversation because I really think that you're missing the actual concrete or the foundation of what actually keeps these things together. So I don't know if it's love and all these other things. I think it's probably something a little deeper. Somebody, did you see a comment we should bring up? Oh, Sheldon. Yeah, Sheldon's in it. Sheldon's down.
I'm fidgeting.
So Sheldon, do you believe in monogamous relationships between two people?
Sure.
Do you think they exist?
Of course.
Okay, often? More often than not.
Yeah.
Do you think most people are monogamous when they get in relationships,
I
stay
don't
together
know
forever?
about most.
But sometimes.
Your parents seem like monogamous.
They seem that way, yes. But would you say most people?
No, definitely not most people.
Okay.
Especially in this generation, no. But I think the older cats for sure. You know what I mean? Like older than us.
Right.
Our parents.
It's okay.
Our
It's
parents.
okay, Shelly. I got you. Watch. We're going to do this.
It's all gonna be okay.
Well, now he's so close. I'm going to turn him up.
What you got to do is get him to wear a necktie.
Why do you still have your shirt on?
Tie that
Yeah,
son of a bitch
lose
on a
it.
tie.
Why do you still have your shirt on?
Why are you always trying to get me naked?
Who
So-
cares?
This isn't a monogamous relationship.
It's kind of our. No, it's not.
You're avoiding the original
I'm
question.
actually. Yeah, I'm totally
Shelly
cheating.
hasn't cuddled him in a while,
Yes.
so he's seeking.
Him? I've
elsewhere.
never cuddled him.
Lele,
Oh, please.
Yes.
Lele, do you think that most people live monogamous lives with each other, like relationships?
Like,
Do you think it's
committed
common?
to each other?
Mhm.
They're loyal to each other.
Both parties for, let's say, in long-term relationships, more than like 3 to 5 years. You think most people are living? I think anything under 3 years is not doesn't even count. That's dating.
My 3-year anniversary is coming up.
That's great. It doesn't count.
Okay,
I'm
well,
just
sorry.
kidding.
I think.
Do you think it's common?
I mean.
Are you faithful?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But
That
do, you,
shit
do you
makes
think your
me
boyfriend's
sick.
faithful?
But do you think
I
it's?
think so.
But do you think it's
Okay.
common?
Not common. No, I. It's. If I had to like guess, I would probably say like 70% or something. of,
Not monogamous.
of couples that like are trying to be like they probably aren't.
Okay.
You know.
So the
like,
majority, the
Yeah,
large majority.
I feel I don't know. I see a lot of like weird stuff. All of my friends get cheated on. Everyone gets cheated on. Everyone's been cheated on.
Yes.
Every single
Right.
person.
So it
has
seems
been
like it's
cheated
part
on.
of relationships in life, correct?
Yeah.
Like it's not new and it's definitely to be expected, you would say. Damn, Sheldon.
No.
What?
You got me.
I think you
What?
can hold people to
You just belched it.
a high standard.
I don't
you
know.
know,
I
could-
The wind went right into my mouth. This is flashback. Sorry, Layla. I didn't mean to interrupt
It's
you.
okay. You guys are making
Vietnam flashbacks back here.
That's okay. That's okay.
So,
I was just enjoying.
My bad.
but what were you saying?
I don't remember.
So we'll go to Barton.
Oh,
Well, yes.
What?
I
Well,
think you
what's
can
the
hold people
question?
to a
Well,
certain
I'll get to
level
it.
of responsibility. I
So-
think you can.
They said, why ain't your
Like, I
shirt
don't think you
off?
should go into a relationship expecting it to be monogamous and expecting that person to cheat on you.
Sure.
I think you can hold people to a standard where they're
Well,
respecting.
Let me
you
ask you
and-
this, though. Do you think it would be smart then for most people? Do you think that it would be fair to say that if you know that most relationships don't last very long, marriages don't stay committed, people don't even hold their marriages and faithful, it would be fair to say that you should go in treading with caution, saying, look, this is most likely going to happen on one side or the other because that's just simply the odds. And how are we going to deal with this when this comes up? How are we going to face this when this may be an issue? Because that's reality, right? Or we could play in Fantasyland saying, oh, we're in the 2%. Like,
Yeah,
what?
well, I mean, if
Yeah, I think you're setting yourself up for failure if you're thinking, oh, I just hope this is that one. Or instead of saying, look, how will we deal with these? Look, it's kind of like damage control. You get in a relationship, you say, look, we got quite a few kids. We have a big family. The chances of us all living to be old age is probably pretty slim. How are we going to deal with accidents? How are we going to deal with illnesses? Those are plans you should make as a family. I think it's
Yeah.
probably very similar to say, like, how are we going to deal with infidelity or cheating, or what are the parameters? Or is DMs cheating? Is emotional connections cheating? Or
like
is
you
watching
said with-
porn cheating?
with like with longer lasting
Your parameters.
relationships, like if you're an older couple with like kids and you kind of are in a situation that just kind of is better if you stay together, that's when I think that conversation
Yes. Yeah, it's
should come up, because I personally feel very confident in myself and my like loyalty,
Mhm.
and I trust my boyfriend. I don't know what I can't know what he's going to do
Sure.
or how he truly feels in himself, but I know what I feel, and if he will make that same like claim to me, like I'm gonna hold him to that.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely, especially if he's saying it to you.
Yeah.
I think then the trick lies in, like, not saying he's this guy, but the trick lies in people in general having to be able to read between the lines and hear what they say and what their intentions are, but what's most likely what they're going to do. And you only can use their past behavior and the way they live their lives to make
Right.
that decision. I think that's fair to say. Justin has some opinions about this. The question is, do you believe or think that monogamy is common, and or do you believe in it?
I believe that monogamy is possible. I believe it's common, but I feel like we're a society that's turned into a bunch of marketing individuals. I mean, women take the hottest photos of themselves, the most revealing shit, put it on social media, and wonder why, they've got 15 guys
All the hot
tracking them
dogs,
down.
just smacking
Guys
them right in
do
the
the
face.
same shit. So
Total barbecue.
I like, if that is the objective, if you're saying monogamy is where I want to be, then there's conditioned precedents, right? Like, you have to discuss all the things you're talking about. There should be communication. There should be a lot of stuff that's thrown on the menu, and you have to be honest with somebody about that. But that requires being an adult, being capable, and having the capacity.
Okay, so there's a problem. There's even less people doing that in this world.
Well, there is, because it's like, everybody's in a fucking supermarket shopping for the next
Yeah.
thing on the next aisle that's better than the thing they're looking at.
So
And I
somebody,
don't give a shit who you are. Everyone's guilty of it. It's just what you do with it and whether or not you're honest about it.
I agree, and I think somebody had sent. Of course, you can't talk about problems in relationships. Not that this podcast has to be all about that, but I like these conversations. They talk about social media always, right? Inevitably, people are gonna bring up social media and how it ruins
It's not
relationships.
even fucking social media. I mean, it's people you work with or interactions that you have. I mean, it's fucking life.
Yeah.
Like, it occurs.
Mhm.
You're going to be exposed to people of the opposite sex or things that you find attractive in someone else that you don't have in what you're in currently,
Mhm.
and want that or want to endeavor to have more of that. But part of that's a fucking fallacy. There's like there's a term for it, and I don't remember what it is, but
Delusional.
no, it's like a syndrome where, like, people have these like delusions of like
Munchausen?
how much better it would be with this other
Yeah,
person.
grass green
And
on the other
it's,
side.
it's like a fallacy, right?
Yeah.
But
A
we're
logical fallacy?
if you start with your earlier point about like biblical stuff in a man and a woman in a monogamous relationship, that's required to raise like healthy whole kids, and we don't have that. So then
No.
you raise broken kids, right? Now broken kids, you're asking to have healthy and whole relationships, but they're broken. You're starting with fucked up stuff, you end up with fucked up stuff, and it just goes down. It just
So where does that's a good question. So then in regards to that, where does that, I think of it as like a pan that's dented and then you make a cake with it. And then you were to take that cake and make a mold of it to make another pan and then another cake out of that. And you just keep, it's like, it's just, what'd you say? Put some frosting on it? You can put frosting on it in the form of like hair and nails and lip injections and tans. And that's great. And I think that's good. Do it, but it doesn't make up for it, right? It's still a dented cake, still a dented pan.
But
I feel
people
like a
also put
dented
up with a dented pan, right? Like they allow that shit to happen.
Yeah,
And,
sure.
And like you got with the girl who was fucking putting pictures of her ass on the internet, and then you wondered why she was putting pictures of her ass on the internet, and then got mad when somebody responded to pictures of her ass on her internet. And then 5 years later, you were like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah.
Well,
Blindsided, but not.
right? Like, here's a pack of 12 red flags. You didn't see this coming.
That's 100% it. Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
So the bigger question is, was there some component of personal responsibility there too? Like, I'm not immune from this. I've done plenty of dumb shit. I've looked past plenty of dumb things. But to answer your question, does monogamy exist? Yes. Is it work? Absolutely. It's a commitment. And it would ultimately depend on whether those two people value and honor their commitments.
So I guess where I would go, just to kind of be a little bit of devil's advocate, but just also just observant, is I don't think monogamy is often. I think it's common, but I don't think it's the majority. I think it's definitely the minority of relationships. And I definitely think it's for little spurts in time. I don't think it's for 20, 30, 40
You
years.
dabble in monogamy?
I think people dabble in monogamy all the time. So they'll say, I'm monogamous, I don't cheat, but they're in new relationships every 2-3 years or every 6 months. You don't get to say, I've never cheated on somebody. You've been in new relationships every 6 months. Like it's like Tiger Woods has 10,000 options, but he's only slept with 500 of them. He's more faithful than the guy who's had one option and took it. I'm not saying that's a fair assessment, but that's an example.
It's statistically accurate.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, I don't think that in regards to monogamy and monogamous relationships that people are actually in them if they're only in 3, 4, 5 year or less relationships. That's not monogamy. Having a new partner every 10 years, that's sleeping around.
Sheldon's
Right?
falling asleep.
So anyway, here's where I really wanted to go with it was this. I think because it was kind of in lieu of the DMs that come in for me, is that I think what people are doing oftentimes is they're trying to make sense of a whole. Like they see the whole thing and they try to distill it down to one thing. Like
My phobias.
it's social media, it's phobias, it's like one simple thing. It's people aren't like they used to be in the past. Well, we also don't make people sit in the back of the bus because they're skin color anymore. So I mean, there's lots of things we don't do anymore that are good, and there's some things that we do today maybe that aren't as good. There's always that sort of trade-off, right, if you will. And I think what it comes down to is distilling the reality, or taking the statistics, taking the common denominators out of reality and saying, okay, what's to be expected here? That's where I think people get it wrong. I think they say, oh, well, I believe in the fairy tale. They're delusional. That's what it is. If most relationships don't work, if most people aren't monogamous, if most of the time relationships don't last very long, most people are raised in single parent homes, I think that you have to accept that, like, that's something we'll have to plan for or have damage control or some sort of, I want to say blueprint, but some sort of plan for in the future for.
We'll call them rules of engagement.
Yeah, rules of engagement, 100%. Because if you don't have those things, what happens when they show up like they do for 75 to 80%, if not 99% of all people? That would be a big issue, to not plan for said things. It's kind of like, we all know we're going to die. You should probably have a funeral, like, fund. You should probably have something that covers
Probably
you.
gather your
Dude, I'll be
firewood.
dead. I won't care.
You'll be dead. You won't care.
It's not my problem.
No, you could be absolutely right, but you know it's going to happen, and to plan for it would only be caring towards your family, right? So that they don't have the burden of, so you're not on the side of the road with a sign saying Barton's funeral fund, and get your kids out there. That would suck.
That guy was an asshole.
So
I don't think so.
one thing I do want to say before we get off the subject and address everybody
Yes,
else.
next question.
No, there's no other questions, but I do want to say this one thing. To blame social media for it is a fallacy. It's not social media. Social media is a tool, and how we decide to use it only exposes who we are as people. I'm not saying there's not nefarious acts built into social media, But to blame it on something like that to oversimplify this major problem is, I think, very useless because it's a way to hide, right? To hide.
Well, the problem of infidelity goes back
Forever.
thousands of
Yeah,
years.
it's
I
forever.
mean, it's sprinkled in
Sure.
the Bible, the Old
People be
Testament.
fucking.
Samson, Delilah, right?
What's
Like
up with that?
People be fucking.
They really be. That's right.
They be fucking.
Yep. I just think to take it for what it is and to understand it and be honest is what's more important. And you have to take the facts. And I think a lot of people don't want to do that because they want to live in some vintage 1950s romance novel. And I'm sorry to tell you, but it wasn't actually what they wrote about. It's not. That wasn't the reality.
no, I
Just
mean,
like it's not now.
So then, not being a smartass in this, but like, what year did women get the right to vote? In the
Like
United States?
60s. Civil
So
rights.
in the 50s, like women couldn't vote. You stayed at home, like you were told what to do. So like, but you had
My ears are all yours.
You had a family unit, so like things have changed.
Take me
and
back.
Oh my god.
I'm not advocating one way or the other. I'm just
Right.
saying like
It's a
there's been
trade-off.
significant changes. Like access to things has created new problems we don't know how to manage.
Yes. So you're exactly right. And I think that's the point is that we're having to change in today's world. There is something unique about all the stuff we're talking about that gets a little bit off the relationship topic. We are living in a time where we're seeing such rapid change that the world has never experienced so far as we've ever known in our history, our human history, our written human history that we're aware of. There's never been a time where so much astronomical changes happened in such short periods of times to where your grandparents couldn't help your grandkids. Let's say conceptually speaking, they couldn't help them financially today. If you did what your grandparents did financially, you would lose in today's world. You're not going to save your money, buy a house, have a 25-year career, and retire and live off of it anymore. That's an old dream. And even past that, past our grandparents, past pretty much all of human history, things changed so slowly that your grandparents could have wrote a book that would be useful to your grandkids still. But that's no longer true because things move so quick. I'm not saying there's not fundamentals, but there's a
It's
lot of things.
exponential.
There's a lot of exponential growth because of the technology that we have today. And I don't think people know how to adapt to it. And it's a natural chaos that would ensue from said situation. I guess that would kind of be why I don't believe in a lot of things some
I'm
people
starting
do.
to understand her phobia of holes that are around. You know?
Yeah.
Like I think it was a more metaphorical
Yeah, it's the whole
discussion about things you can fall into.
Like love.
Like your mom.
Wow.
Oops, I
Wow.
tripped.
Mike said Sheldon's done. You are right, Mike. He usually lasts till about 10, but he doesn't call it quits. And I will tell you right now, he is still a trooper. So I don't know if there's anything I missed. Did you guys see anything that I should go back to?
Mikey, whatever.
Danbury says, you think it's more men than women that cheat? No, statistically, women have more sex than men, and women cheat more often than men. Well, that's a statistical fact, but also,
Hookers.
I mean, women are definitely getting much more, especially today in today's world, much more sexual attention than men are.
But they have the commodity that sells, right?
Well, they're the gatekeepers.
Like, guys can't, put something sexy on.
No.
Shit doesn't work.
No.
It only works for women.
Yeah.
Like you control what you're selling.
Sure. No, 100%. But that's part of taking things for what they are and not wishing them to be something romantic in the 50s like it used to be, quote unquote. Which nobody watching this knows what the fuck it was like in the 50s
The word-
for 15-year-old people.
I
Like
just
falling in
remembered
love.
what the word was. It's limerence.
Cool. You're going to have to. I'm going to
You
zoom in.
look-
Can I
you
zoom
look
in on
that
this guy?
you can look that shit up.
Limerence. It's a limerick.
No, limerence. It's like a
Go ahead.
Psychology. That's the shit you like.
Okay.
That's your
Limerence.
thing.
I should be there. You're right. Exactly. I might not know the
You're
word, but I do the
doctor
thing.
here.
Absolutely.
Dr. Farmer.
Dr. Josh,
Yeah, 100%.
Dr. DF.
I said this so many times on the show, but the best relationship advice I've ever heard in my life, my dad actually, first time I heard it ever was
Piss on
from
your
him.
dad.
Yes, but the best relationship advice I ever heard was from him. But I actually found out where the source was. It was actually in the speech that I watched from a guy named Jim Rohn, and he said, "I will take care of me for you if you take care of you for me." And I think that's the smartest relationship advice I've ever heard.
Because looking at limerence.
She's looking up the word, thank goodness, because I think we're lost.
You gotta take care of yourself.
Yes.
Before you-
Damber says maybe women are doing the most of everything now. That's not true. They don't build bridges. They don't pave roads. They don't run factories.
Hello.
What, Lele?
I think she's
Fragile Lele.
Building roads and
I-
paving
I
the
made
way.
all of the infrastructure.
Yeah.
All of it.
That's right. So no, definitely women are not doing the most of everything now. That's definitely not true.
Maybe
But
they're talking about cheating.
It's a
Well,
funny joke.
and you can't take men out of that equation either, because
Yeah.
we're still out trying to hunt and kill. Well, some of us.
Well, I mean, men are still doing the men things. Otherwise, you
It's
wouldn't have an
symbiotic.
infrastructure.
You wouldn't.
No.
No one would be here if it weren't for men and women. and-
Absolutely. Well, like I always think about it as what that doesn't even go together. But thank you.
I think he's over
There you go.
the conversation.
He's asleep.
Just
No.
push the buttons.
Yeah, I think.
I was.
He's crying. He misses you, Josh.
Wait, Sheldon misses me.
Yeah, you're
I'm
talking
right
about.
here.
You're talking about you'd rather cheat than be cheated on. His heart's broken.
Sheldon.
Big Daddy's sad.
The,
You know,
Big Daddy's.
You guys obviously we've hit a nerve because the number of comments that popped up.
Yeah, there's a lot. We're never gonna.
Next fucking
We're never gonna get to it.
question.
Okay, what
Yeah,
is
he's
what's
right.
Fuck.
Sheldon wants the
Do
next
you want a
question.
hug, Sheldon?
Please.
Sheldon wants a hug.
I'm fucking sick of this shit.
What do you want, Sheldon?
Give him a
We're-
hug. You guys need to.
There
stand
is no
up.
other questions. That's it.
Okay.
We've been done with the questions for a while.
Well, ask Justin a question.
Justin,
Why is your shirt still on?
why is your shirt still on?
Why?
Take it off.
Yeah.
Next question.
boy.
This isn't a question. This is a statement. But marry me. That came up. Wait, hold on.
Whoa.
Hold on. Let's go. Let's do this.
It was a dude. It was a dude. It was a dude.
They can't hear. It's for us.
Yeah. Those are nice nipples.
Let's go, big dog.
I like that nipple.
Take a picture of it and show Shelly.
Get that shit shaded in.
So I want to see. Actually, you know what? You should just come back here. You should come back here because it'll be a better
Whoa.
wide angle. Yeah, come on back here, big boy.
Yeah,
We're gonna play this music though.
Come
Here's
back.
here's what we're gonna do.
Turn the lights off.
Okay, so let's show them this chess piece. Can you get in there close? Come on, don't be scared. Look at this thing. So this is how we met. I spent all my time on his chest, but you know what I really want to see isn't just this, but I want to see the back. Flip it around, big boy, and come back here. Don't get scared.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah, this is him.
Oh shit.
Yeah, here he is.
That's him.
He's right here.
Oh, he's over here now.
Whoa, weird.
That is
It's the
fucking
man,
weird.
the myth, the legend.
So this was something
Barton
we
in the
came up with
flesh.
together. This is just a random, but it's not done, but it's like halfway there. I just wanted to show everybody because that's pretty fucking epic.
Is that a penis?
Yes, it's my penis. I put it against him and traced it.
Oh my god. You just dipped it in stencil.
I just stencil dipped it. It's called stencil dick dipping.
Ew.
It's a thing now. But anyway, I just think this tattoo is super cool. This thing makes me super happy because it's out of our imagination. I should say mine, but he at least gave me some input and I made him feel like he was involved.
The purple to this day has not come
It's
off
so
of his
good.
dick.
Thank you. Barton, you are the man. What'd you say, Lele?
Oh,
Sorry.
Barbie.
What'd you say it again?
Sorry.
So, do you
Someone else can.
Do you remember this? Like, I came in the shop and you kind of gave me that look of like, why are you here? And I was
Beard.
like,
Did I?
King.
Yes.
Because I don't have any tattoos.
Oh,
And you were like, I was like,
I think you're projecting that onto me.
That's
No.
it from Nashville.
There was a couple, yeah, whatever. Probably.
We got Beard King Picker. Hello from Nashville. He's looking at our beards. Wait, he's looking at our beards. Look at this one. Oh, wrong one.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
My bad. Justin. Nope, he can't grow one. That's just boobies.
Grow a beard?
Nope. Well, I mean, in the video, the way you were standing, you couldn't grow a beard. It was just boobies.
Here.
Oh, there we go. Look, ladies got it going on.
Oh,
Perfect.
that's a weird, not a beard.
That's a weird. Okay.
That's what you said all night.
So Beard King saying hello from Nashville. Thanks for being on here, Beard King. Actually, everybody thanks for being on here and sticking with us this late.
Nashville.
This is the most viewers I've ever had in a 2.5 hour stream and this late at night. So thank you guys for being honest.
How much is it?
A lot, dude. Like almost 5. Just kidding. So I want to read some of these real quick. Let's see. So
Lele.
yeah.
I like that
Somebody
spelling.
said they saw that in person.
Wow. How would Lele know? Interesting. Yeah. So Brody Jade saw it in the shop. She was there once when you were there. She came in. It was late at night, I think. I could be wrong.
Usually by the time you're done at the end, I'm like,
You're so over it.
I'm not
He's
paying
naked.
attention to who's coming in.
Yeah. Nobody heard a word you just said. I'm not going to repeat it. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if there's anything I should
Take
or
it off.
missed. Justin,
Oh,
take it
your
off.
Sister.
Yep. Rochelle's down.
Damn
Rochelle's
it.
down. My sister's down.
Damn it.
Oh my god.
Beard
Well,
King says,
We could make this really
OG
ugly.
from Fresno.
Oh,
Do you want our Instagram?
that's why. 14.
Yep.
I'm weak.
Ryan says, I only asked because my mom passed. My sense of smell is crazy. Whoa. It's almost like I have OCD now to get rid of smells. I don't have. I'm sorry. That's coming out of nowhere, Ryan. I don't know
That
the
sounds
context.
psychological.
Yeah, he was asking if somebody can have a phobia of smell.
Phobia of smells. Oh, I'm sure. You could probably have a phobia of anything. You can have a fetish of anything.
Well, things like that too can trigger weird psychological.
Mike says, "How would she know about the purple stencil ink?"
At least he heard that.
Dang.
Yeah, we got you.
Purple
Dang it.
stencil ink.
I thought I got away with it.
Nope.
You
we
asked
saw
the
it.
weirdest fucking question.
Next time.
So, Barton, what'd you think about the show tonight?
That was great. I was sitting right here the whole time.
Okay, Lele, what'd you think about the show tonight?
It was awesome.
Yeah,
I
it
had
was-
a ball.
It was awesome.
I
You
had a
really did.
blast.
You had blasts. Balls
Yeah,
and blasts.
and they're purple.
Blasting balls.
You know.
All the balls blasting.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to weigh the balls though, because at a certain weight
Yeah,
limit, you can't play with the
yeah.
boobs.
Oh,
No
okay.
titty popping.
Okay.
No titty
Now
popping
that we
big
know-
balls.
Yeah, you got to stay away from them
Little
curves. I'll
balls.
tell you that right now. God, if you could be a fly on the wall. Sheldon, what'd you think about the show tonight?
It was awesome.
I love your hat, by the way.
Thank you.
You look wonderful. You know, nobody said anything about the way we were dressed
Yeah, they
I mean,
did
look
at
at-
the very beginning of the
at the very
comments.
beginning. Not enough. They didn't say it enough to appease
Yeah.
me. Look at
Maybe,
Lele.
maybe you
Coots-
should have
Coots and
talked
Lele
in like
did.
a old like
That's what- I should have done something
that
like this.
Pacific
and
accents,
Lele
the
did.
old timey accent.
Old timey.
No,
That's
no,
right.
no, like in the
I mean, this was part of the old timey right here.
movies
But
in, like,
Lele,
the
you
20s.
you do look rad. Thanks for dressing up.
Thanks.
Barton showed up for the occasion. We actually have some folks behind the screen that also look wonderful. So thanks for your participation.
They look
Sheldon,
beautiful.
I can't say enough about you, brother.
I'm ready for bed.
I can't say enough about you. You had a whole 4-hour day, and
Five. I work 5.
Five.
Your work here is done.
your work here is done. It's 10:30. I know it's like 5 hours past your bedtime. Golden Girls has been over for the last 3 hours, and there we go. So I appreciate you for being here, brother, and I love you. Thanks for wearing such a spiffy outfit. Can't wait to see you dressed up in Vegas. Everybody else who joined us tonight, thank you so much for being on the stream with us. We appreciate you. We appreciate your participation. The show would be literally weird if you weren't on it with us, because we would just be talking to ourselves, and that would be so
Schizo
strange.
posting.
Yeah, schizo posting. So thanks for participating. Thanks for your questions and your comments. Thanks for dealing with our technical difficulties. And yes, coming from Natalie, she says happy Thanksgiving. I say also happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving.
She said we look dapper.
That's right.
Dapper.
Some dopper.
Dapper.
Amanda's saying phenomenal show. I'm sick and trying to do my best. Well, I hope you get better soon and have some wonderful turkey. Turkey is probably not, I don't know if the, yeah. Yeah, some of us still have to work, not me, but some of us in this room still have to do their turkeys. Yeah, so thank you guys all for being on here. Barton, thanks for joining us. Lele, thanks for being on. Everybody, thanks so much for participating. This was
Thanks
a great,
for having me.
great episode. Audra, thanks for the drinks. Coots, thanks for the questions. And Shelly, he's drunk, so just take it for what it is. But I love you, brother. Thanks for being on here. I love you guys, and I hope everybody has a good night and a good Thanksgiving. Thanks for being on here. We will see you next time. Peace out. It's been real. It's been fun.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. It's been fun. Peace out. Well, let's go out some. Might as well go out with some music, right? Let's just get some good music going on. And
The sound effects don't work.
these ones do.
Get your artistic.
Oh. He's grooving.
You like that?
I'm like that.
Thank you.
I am like that.
Thank you, Lele.
Signing off. Until next time.